quarterback controversy for the QB3 spots. Green Bean, Jets fan, Patreon account, level 3. The giveaway is tonight. Tonight we are giving away, I'm giving away a 1-year membership to Green Bean, his Patreon site. That's right. You're going to get that tonight. That's all you have to do is be here, be subscribed to the channel, and you're going to have an opportunity to win. And that's all coming up right after this. I would regret it if people look back at the first episode and you weren't on it.
Yeah, well, I like that. It's called forward thinking.
One of the worst beats in the world. We do. Our beat is horrible.
Connor could shove that article up his ass.
And then I went to that game and I was like, this is the greatest team I've ever seen in my life. I'm a Jet fan. This is going to be the greatest run ever. Yeah.
No, because if they take Aquanu, I'm not complaining.
Joe Douglas is the king of keeping shit close to the vest.
A 2, a 4, and a 6 for Darnold?
Did the Jets really ruin Sam Darnold? Or did Sam Darnold just suck all along and we were just trying to talk ourselves into it?
And Hamilton is a player who can potentially make a very big impact.
And suddenly here we are today, you can't get rid of him.
Right, it's like a plague.
Joe Douglas was hired because he's not those general managers.
Okay, Luscious.
Somebody is going to fall just like Elijah Moore did, just like Michael Carter did.
You know, if you had one sentence to say to Joe Douglas, what would you say? So you would say, you had me at hello, and then give him a big old wet one right on the smack.
I love that kiss. Joseph Schwert, what's going on? Can I call you Joe? Grandizer, the Miami Dolphin fan, but my fan, one of my biggest supporters, helping out the channel, working hard. And when the season starts, he'll be willing to give us plenty of perspective on the Dolphins. Nathan, what's going on? We got New York Sports Wicker Media in the chat, and he'll be on the show soon enough. Harlan Abraham, what's going on? My buddy Mark Reese is in the house. Dark Soldier, the Buffalo, the man himself. Kevin, I hope you saw us last night. That was a lot of fun. It is Pete. What is up, Pete? I might be meeting up with Pete now. Pete wants to meet up. Everybody wants some of the chaos. And proud New York Jets fan will be the one that you'll meet. If you meet me, you're going to meet him because that's who I'm going to be with hanging out with that Friday. We're going to be going around, knocking around, eating some sandwiches, doing some fun stuff. And the day is getting closer. So I love it. Pete's flying in from Tampa. He gets in at like 11 a.m. to Newark. I'm going to be there much earlier at 8 a.m. on the red eye. It's all happening, baby. It's all happening. Rob D, what's going on? This is a big guy. Some guy is here. What's going on, man? This is going to be a big night. Somebody's going to win a crazy, crazy cool prize. You ready to join Green Bean and be a Tier 3 member and have that opportunity? Even Frankie's here for that because he's not going to turn down that opportunity, baby. This is an opportunity to get a full year membership to Green Bean's Patreon 3. Although, Frankie, you already get all the benefits of Green Bean's Patreon 3. So maybe you're just here because, I don't know, I made a big stink about tonight's show. But it's good to see you. Buffalo's here. Frankie's here. We are amongst royalty, and I got more royalty backstage. So it is a very big night. Let's get to the introduction. Oh, Tigo's here too. Look at this. Look at this. Tigo's even here. I'm just kidding. Tigo's always here. He's one of my biggest supporters. I love him. He loves me. It's a bromance. Anyway, let's get started. I got to introduce my co-host before I make a total fool of myself. Somebody's got to control me. He is the hot dog eating champion as far as Jet content providers are concerned. He ate 18 of them in 30 minutes. I'm not making this up. You can't make this up. He is the Mets rooting, the Rangers rooting, the Knicks rooting, and of course the Jets rooting. He is the fact-finding, the statistic checking, the tries to be reasonable as long as he's not emotional. Finding he is the greatest co-host in the world. Watch 2K99, and he's hiding.
Oh, I was just doing some research about the 38 years at the time, years of Jets futility, which is coming to an end. You know what? The Jets are on the rise, and I know it's a fact. You know how I know it's a fact? Our former head coach is going to be on The Amazing Race this season. How could you not be excited about that?
You gotta love that.
Rex Ryan on The Amazing Race. My goodness.
I got some more introducing to, because tonight's a special night. I need to bring in a special person. This is, are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this.
The military U.S. serving, the muscle man, chaos protecting, the home defense. Don't break into his house, baby. The kids running around and managing them while being on YouTube stream live. Jets fan fanatic. The strongest Jets fan in the world. Gunny.
Man, that was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. Hey, thank you, Chaos. Appreciate the intro as always, man. Always.
Some guy, you know what? If we get enough super chats next week, I would do it. You can see it, but it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you a good amount.
I want to just point out and thank all my snackers, man. I just see them all over the place. Look at my snackers. They're snacking here, they're snacking there, they're snacking everywhere. But I appreciate it. You know, a lot of those snackers, they got to do it in secret on this channel. They might be found out by Frankie, because in Frankie's army, I don't know if you're allowed to eat the snacks that I'm serving. So they might be exposed tonight.
Well, I know you're allowed to drink coffee, but as far as food goes, I'm not sure what those rules are. Certainly, make sure you have a napkin and make sure you don't want to get anything caught in your beard either. Yeah, but Gumby with the hot dog. So that was at the Mets-Yankees game the other night. This one guy in a Yankees. I like to emphasize it was in a Yankees hat, not a Mets hat. He literally hollowed out the middle of a hot dog lengthwise, and he had a beer, a cup of a draft beer. He puts the naked hot dog in the beer, and he is drinking the beer through the hot dog.
What?
That is a violation of not baseball fan etiquette, man etiquette.
So much etiquette just violated. A hot dog straw for his beer.
Even after 5 hurricanes in New Orleans, where you're bound, I would still know enough to not do that. I'd have enough decency
It'll never
to not
happen.
go that far. No, I ate 18 hot dogs, and none of them involved beer going through the middle of them.
What's funny is that Gunny is worried about the. He did it. Gunny is worried about the. Gunny is worried about the beer, and I'm worried about the hot dogs. What's that say?
Nick is asking, "Is this worse than my ketchup
Priorities.
on a dog?" Nick, is this worse than ketchup on a dog? I got to think about that one. It's close. The problem is you're wasting a beer. That's the sad thing.
That's the insult to me. It's hot dog flavored beer at that point. I don't understand the logic behind that at all. It sounds disturbing.
What goes through your mind? I got a dog, I've got a beer, but I don't want to take the energy to both eat and drink. So did he eat? But I don't know if he ate the dog after he had the beer through it. And if he did, the dog must have been nasty.
Sociopath. That's a sociopath. There's nothing else to describe that. That's just somebody that's not right in the head.
So glad it wasn't a Mets fan. My God, we may have got swept in the series, but at least we still have some dignity left.
Yeah.
Gunny, you're saying not right in the. Gunner is saying, not right in the head. It's so funny because me and somebody I work with on my campus look at each other always, and we always point to each other, and we point to ourselves and say, "I'm not right in the head." One of the little kids looked at me and said, "Huh?" And I said, "When I was your age, I was hitting the head with a coconut." So
okay. Never happens to the best of us.
Just like Jimmy Snuka on Piper's Pit all those years ago.
Yeah.
Hit in the head with a coconut. That's right. You're getting a Jimmy Snuka reference before we even talk Jets tonight. That's why y'all tune in on Wednesdays.
So look, we'll be getting to the prize winner. Someone's going to win a 1-year subscription to Green Beans Tier 3. I promised it forever. It's finally happening. I decided by 15 subs, I'm not going to dip back under 1,000. With me, you got to be careful. You never know. I might say something and I might lose a couple of hundred subs. So I wanted to be securely over 1,000. And here we are. But for now, we got to talk about, and I think this is hysterical. We got people sitting there. It's amazing to me saying, this guy is Chris Streveler is playing better than Zach.
Okay, we're doing too much.
Mind-boggling.
These are the same people that drink beer through hot dogs.
There it is. Enough said.
It's totally mind-boggling. Like the no understanding or comprehension of competition and who you're playing against. Just amazing to me. But I will say I think it is a pretty valid at this point, a pretty valid and legitimate discussion. Even if it might never happen and we might be fantasizing and making this up.
Right.
It is a legitimate conversation if you're watching these preseason games to be asking the question, why is Michael White ahead? I mean, why is White ahead of this guy, Chris Streveler, at this point after watching those 2 games? Now, I will say there's tons and tons of practices that we don't see, although this kid didn't get to take a lot of reps in those practices. I don't know. The first week I thought it was a joke. Oh, how stupid, because he had that one drive. It's hard to be laughing at this point because, I mean, we watched him, for like almost a full half. I mean, just short of a full half. And to be honest, he kind of did look a lot better than Mike White. What do you guys think?
Here's what
100%.
I would say.
You're 100% accurate.
Go ahead, Gubby.
Okay, so in all actuality, I get it. Mike White did a wonderful thing for us last year, beating the Bengals. I don't think any Jets fan seriously watched that game, thought we're going to go in there and beat the Cincinnati Bengals. And we did. Mike White had a Hall of Fame game, and we appreciate him and thank him for his service. But in all actuality, once you had tape on Mike White, I don't know what people are watching, but you obviously saw the limitations, right? And it's kind of translating over right now into the preseason. Yes, during training camp, he's had some good plays. He's a good camp arm, good practice squad arm, right? But Chris Streveler came in last week with no kind of reps and balled out, brought us back. He literally comeback win based off of his performance to win the game. Then he did it again 2 nights ago. That to me is telling. He's a guy that's cool and collected under pressure. He understands the offense. He's learning it a lot quicker than you would anticipate for somebody who's got limited reps. And he's already kind of got a connection with some of our playmakers, even though it's the second, third, fourth string playmakers. He's got some timing and connection aspects, and he has a running element to him as well. He doesn't have the strongest arm. I'll give people that. But I'm on the Chris the train because I do think Mike White is a little bit overhyped because he went into Cincinnati last year and did what none of us thought could be done and beat the Bengals. However, since then, I just don't see. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a big Mike White fan. I don't see the appeal. Chris has definitely won me over though as a fan. I'm not gonna lie.
I would say this. If I was to make one argument for Mike White, he's playing the earlier part of the game when the opposing team is playing their quote-unquote better defensive players. And we know Atlanta was playing their starters well into the first half because they felt embarrassed by the Jets during those scrimmages and they wanted to show the Jets up. That's the only argument I can make. But you know what? People know that I like to bring the numbers. I'm going to bring you some numbers right now. Mike White versus Chris Streveler. And we're just going to focus on the preseason for right now. Okay? So Mike White so far has completed 22 of 37 passes, a 59.5 completion percentage. Chris Streveler has completed 14 of 20, 70% completion percentage. Mike White's thrown for 188 yards, 8.5 yards per completion. Streveler has 181 passing yards. That's 12.9 per completion. Oh, never mind the 8 rushes for 64 yards that Streveler has. Mike White basically has minus rushing yards. Streveler has 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. White has 0 and 0. And for their quarterback rating, Mike White is at 73.6. Chris Streveler, the pride of the Winnipeg CFL team, has a 113 QBR.
Wow.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So I know it's tough to let go of a third string quarterback who is a quote unquote Hall of Famer, but this is one of the reasons, seriously, why I was wanting to trade Mike White earlier on during the preseason and even in the offseason. He was going to be a free agent during this time. I was hoping maybe he'd build up a little bit of trade value. You know, we've seen what Joe Douglas has gotten for the Chris Herndons of the world, for the Blake Cashmans of the world. For a quarterback, you got to pay the Joe Douglas tax and you got to pay the quarterback tax. I got to say, I don't know if that's going to be happening right now. And with Wilson getting hurt now, you know, you're keeping 3 quarterbacks. You could have made an argument before to just keep 2. Now you got to keep 3 for a little, just to start the season at least.
I think getting rid of Mike White saved us about 1.2 million because you know, this other guy would cost the league minimum, and Mike White I think is 2.2 million or something like that. I'm sure Frankie will give me the exact number in about 5 seconds of the chat. But it would save a little bit of money as well. But, you know, I'm going to trust them. They're looking at practice every day. They know what they want and what they want to do. I don't know. You know, we might be all just shooting smoke. I don't know. To me, he looked better. To me, you know, but it's hard to say. I mean, Mike White looked okay when he stepped in for us, you know, last year. But, man, he's looked pretty awful. And he looked pretty awful against Buffalo's, you know, like ever since that Cincinnati game. It hasn't exactly been pretty. I want to say hello to Sean McAteer. He is the guardian and protector of Temecula Valley. And there's wineries and fun casinos and things to do in Temecula. So we need our McAteers there. And he is a McAteer, and he is there guarding and defending. My own little fantasy world. I'm going to write a movie, and Sean's going to star in it with his cool beard. And it's going to become a reality one day. You're going to see. I'm going to have this whole fantasy movie where this area in America, in California, Temecula Valley, actually has this guy protecting it. Him and 2 other guys. They're the McAteers. So
The 3
thank you for
McAteers,
bearing with me on that one. But I'm telling you, one day I'm going to make it a reality. Salty Nalty in the house. What's up, brother? And look, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, we're doing the countdown. We got days left. We're going to find out which of these quarterbacks is going to stay on the roster. But I mean, it's amazing what's happened since Friday of last week, right? So we're talking about now 11 days now. But 11 days ago, there was never a question of who our 3 quarterbacks were. I mean, not even close to being a question. No one knew who this guy was. And now here we are having an honest conversation about the possibility that Mike White is either traded for barely anything or cut in favor of this guy who's been playing in the Canadian Football League for the last couple of years. I think that's kind of amazing.
And if only that was our biggest issue on this roster, is figuring out who the 3rd quarterback was going to be. You know, hopefully this is a situation where it doesn't even matter who our 3rd quarterback is, because we don't want our 3rd quarterback to ever see the field of MetLife Stadium or any. The only time we want to see a 3rd quarterback on the field is in Florham Park, New Jersey. That is it.
Yeah.
But we know we've got enough issues already with this roster. You know, you can talk to me about schemes all you want, playing vanilla and all of that, but we've got other things to worry about before we get all it, like we say, gripe intelligently. If we're getting overly emotional about Mike White versus Chris Streveler, I think we need to redirect our energy someplace else. Just my thought.
This is very true.
Yeah, absolutely. And a more interesting conversation is now. I think it's amazing how every coach does this. I don't know. It's like it even had to have Salah. Every coach has to play this game in certain position competitions, right? Of who's starting and who's not. And Salah is no different, because every time I hear he's still trying to decide who our starting cornerback is alongside DJ Reed, I have to roll my eyes, because are we supposed to sit here and believe there's any chance that Sauce Gardner is not going to be our starting cornerback. I mean, in 2 preseason games, they haven't even thrown at him. Breece Hall, had played very well for us last year, so I'm not one of these people that's going to jump all over him because they had a miserable game against Atlanta. He had a miserable game against Atlanta, but that does not define who Bryce Hall is. So this is not a knock on Bryce Hall. This is not me jumping on a bandwagon that Bryce Hall can't play because he had a horrible game. This is me saying that Sauce Gardner is not an ordinary rookie. This is not an ordinary player. He picked him number 4 in the draft, and he may be the best football player out of this draft, and they literally haven't thrown his way. Why are we going to – I mean, please stop messing around and wasting our brain cells on saying that you haven't decided who the starting quarterback is.
The only thing more offensive is probably when Robert Saleh talked about, well, we struggle with the pass game because the helmets of the team during the green-white scrimmage blend in with the seats of MetLife Stadium. That I think I didn't think it could get more insulting than that, but this one is pretty freaking close.
Yeah. There's no way Sauce Gardner is not starting day one. And you know what? They know it. The coaching staff knows it. Everybody knows it. But it falls back to the whole, like, you're going to earn every freaking opportunity. You're going to earn the starting reps. We get it. We understand the tone they're trying to set. But they're fooling absolutely nobody with the concept that Sauce is not starting day one. Like, stop it. Like you just said, you're insulting us at this point. We already know what the deal is. The kid has been phenomenal in training camp. He translated over into freaking the preseason. I watched the Jets X Factor do a breakdown of Sauce Gardner. I'm not sure if y'all saw it. And I'm talking about immaculate breakdown of just how fluid this kid is, how he's able to go ahead and match and mirror wide receivers. This kid is going to be special. Sauce is going to be freaking special. And everybody on the Jets freaking offense or defense already knows this.
Yeah. My biggest concern about Sauce is at this point, CJ Mosley said he's Ahmad Gardner until he makes a play in the regular season.
Yeah.
If this keeps up, he may not get an opportunity to even make a play because nobody wants to throw his way. He's going to be Ahmad for 15 freaking years.
Because no one will throw his way for him to make that play. You're 100% right.
It's absolutely crazy. I see that Chris Bradigan has made it. I want to remind everybody about the funds. You can go to greenbeanjetsfan.com. Go to Greenbean's page and hit the description button and see the link to in his bio or the description somewhere for the fund to get Chris Bradigan to the game, to the opener. He is next in line. We already got Iowa Jets fan there, and Chris is next. Man, we would love to have him there. He's a fun guy. He's a crazy guy. I want to go to the Jets lounge tailgate with this guy and eat some sausage and peppers. Show him what a Brooklyn sausage and pepper tastes like, because he's used to all the Chicago stuff. So help him get there, guys. Help him get there. We could do it. We can get Chris there. So, let's make that happen. But anyway, yeah. So we're not being fooled. I don't think anybody here is being fooled. Sauce Gardner is going to be our starting cornerback alongside DJ Reed. Those are our 2 starters. Bryce Hall, don't panic about him. They're not going to trade him. He didn't suddenly forget how to play football. He had a bad game. He got in his head. He got burned early by probably the future best tight end in the game, Kyle Pitts. Very special athlete. And he just got burned. He read it wrong. And in this defense, you pay a big price. There's a compromise to we let the guys do what they want, attack and make these decisions. And sometimes they're going to read it wrong and make the wrong decision. And then he fell apart after that. He got burned on another play. He had the penalty. I mean, it was not a good game for the kid, but guess what? Bryce Hall was a 5th round pick. He's already brought more value than his pick to this team just based on his play last year and a little bit of, in the games that he played the year before that. He's already done more than you expect from a 5th round pick. He's a good depth piece, and everybody needs to just calm down about my boy Bryce Hall.
And he's a guy you just want to root for. He would have been a higher draft pick had he not except for that injury that he did in college, that knee injury. Green Bean was one person who was focused on Bryce Hall very early on. He very well could have been a third or a second round pick if he didn't get hurt. So, the biggest thing that people have been able to knock him on previously was that he didn't make, interceptions, that he didn't force turnovers. But he played generally very tight coverage, and he's not a player who takes penalties. He had trouble against Kyle Pitts last year in London. So maybe that's a matchup we don't need to see, like Javelin Guidry trying to guard Stephon Diggs. It doesn't exactly work very well. So there is a way for Bryce Hall to be successful. And shoot, the fact that he would be a third or maybe a fourth outside cornerback in the system, it just gives me that much more confidence in the depth of this defense, which, 32nd last year. Oh man, I have a lot of confidence they're going to take a big step up from where they were this time last year.
Yeah. So Sean McAteer comes in and says, "Who are we cutting on the D line?" Probably the hardest room to predict
tough.
at this point.
I think they're going to cut the players I don't want them to cut.
Do you feel like Clemens is going to play 60 to 70% of the snaps now that he can line up on the inside or the outside, or is it just preseason? I'm going to say, look, I love what Michael Clemens is showing, especially for a fourth-round pick. Very, very happy with what I'm seeing. The guy has a motor that just won't quit. He never stops pursuing. He never stops playing. I think we found ourselves at the least. I think he's establishing his floor as a decent starting defensive lineman in the future. Is he going to play 60, 70% of the snaps this year? I'm not sure. I think he's fighting for a spot in that 8-man rotation, but we're not seeing him against the ones. We're seeing him, and I'm not saying that doesn't take away from what he's doing. Again, I'm very encouraged by what I'm seeing, but there's so much competition in our room right now. And in that room, I don't know if he's going to make the top 8 and be a guy that counts on him to play that many snaps. I just don't know. But I don't think it's impossible. But it's gonna be determined more than just by what we're seeing in those preseason games. Now, as far as who's being cut, I'm gonna pass it to these guys first because let me tell you something. It's getting really crowded, and it's getting very, very difficult because how could you not be excited by what we saw Bradley and I do? How could you not notice that Tenzel Smart looks pretty impressive? You have Michael Clemens playing well. I mean, it's getting really, really tough.
So, yeah, it is getting more and more challenging. I think the biggest thing for me is I can't look at just one play. I need to see consistency. Yes, Bradley and I made a great play. Kudos. That said, I don't think he's done a whole heck of a lot else from what I've heard in whether it's scrimmages, whether it's practice, or in the preseason games. I'm sorry. Anaya is on the outside looking in. I mean, I've got the entire roster right here in front of me, and I mean, there's just certain guys you can't not let go. Some guys who have guarantees coming, and some guys who I feel have a higher upside than a Bradley and I. So, I mean, I could run down the names. We've got Carl Lawson, John Franklin Myers, Jermaine Johnson, Jacob Martin, Bryce Huff, Michael Clemens. That's 6. I haven't gotten to the defensive line yet. Vinny Curry, Jabari Zuniga, Bradley and I, Quinnen Williams, Solomon Thomas, Sheldon Rankins, Nathan Shepard, pass, Jonathan Marshall, Tanzel Smart, and CJ Brewer. How are we doing this? I mean,
yeah.
I know a lot of people want to go with 9, but if you're going to take your best 53 players within reason, I mean, how do you not keep an defensive lineman on this team? I can't make an argument how you can't.
I think we keep 11, man. I think it's going to be 11. I don't know who they're going to cut 20%? From, but I think I really have this feeling, man. They're going to keep 11 defensive linemen. I think we're going to only keep freaking. Wow. We're going to keep 2. We're going to keep 3 quarterbacks. I really think they're going to go ahead and cut either or trade Mike White. Call me a weirdo. I think they're probably going to go ahead and trade Mike White if they can get anything for him whatsoever. I was talking to actually Dark Soldier about this yesterday. I really think Mike White is gone. I do believe Vinny Curry is potentially going to be gone. I think Sheldon Rankins is probably going to be gone as well. There's going to be pieces that we're going to see get cut on this team that we're just like, man, like I didn't want that. At the very least, we're going to want them to trade them to somebody to go ahead and get something back because they're valuable pieces. But I think 11 is the number. I think they're going to keep 11 defensive linemen. Like you said, man, it's such a deep talent pool. There's and that rotation piece that they keep talking about, keep those guys fresh throughout the entire season. The whole defense is based off of being able to get pressure on the quarterback, man. And we have an abundance or a richness of defensive weapons that on the defensive line that can do that. I think they're going to carry 11, and they're going to take it away either from the quarterback position. Man, I would say the quarterback position and potentially even the running back room. I think the running back room might get cut down a little bit more than we anticipate as well.
So that's what I was going to ask you. You could go with 11 defensive linemen if you like, but then you have to go to at least 2 positions where you're going to take fewer players than expected. Yep. I mean, are you willing to go down to, I know this sounds nuts, but 5 wide receivers, 3 running backs, only 3 tight ends / fullback, maybe 9 offensive linemen, 5, 6 not 5 running backs, but maybe I feel like you need 4 safeties with this team right now.
Yeah,
because nobody's really grabbed that. Nobody's really grabbed that starting safety role. Right. Maybe 5 linebackers. You know, where are you comfortable? Put it this way. I'll ask it this way. If you want to go with 11 defensive linemen, do you have a player in mind at another position who could be a surprise cut that maybe we're not thinking about?
Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, I think Tevin Coleman. I'm thinking about him, but I want Bam Knight on the team in his spot.
Same here. So for me, we're keeping 4 running backs. In my opinion, it's going to be Breece Hall, Carter, Bam, and the fullback.
Bawden.
Nick Bawden. Bawden. Yeah. So those are going to be the backs, right? And I think we're going to lose Tevin Coleman. Ty Johnson's gone as well. I do think we're going to keep 5 wide receivers, maybe 6. I just think based off of just how the defense got annihilated last year because we did not have the pressure we needed to go ahead and make this defense work, I don't think Salah's going to allow it, man, to get to that point again. Like with the defense literally embodies or needs the defensive line to get to the quarterback. It's a huge part of it. And he's been getting so much crap from us as fans, the analysts, everybody about how that defense was trash last year. I don't think there's any way he allows us to get to that point again this season. And that's why I believe that he's going to take those hits on the offensive side because there is such an abundance of actual elite level talent, I would say, in the running back room, the wide receiver room now. He'll take those hits and he'll take that chance, which could potentially come back to bite us in the butt. Sorry, I don't want to curse on the show. Knock on wood, right? But I really think like our running back room's going to take that hit. I think we're already going to carry 3 running backs. I love Lawrence. 3 tight ends. I love Lawrence Cager, and I was really hoping he could make this roster. But the more and more I go through it, I'm sitting there like, man, I think the defensive line position and the offensive line position are too invaluable. We're going to have to take hits in positions that it's going to hurt us as fans. As fans, it's going to hurt us. And I think we're going to carry 3 tight ends. I don't think we're going to lose Cager, and I think we're only going to carry 4 backs. So that's my thought process on it, man. It's just too much to lose those defensive line talents, man.
Isn't this a great problem to have? That's what
it really is, though.
How can we go from 80 to 53 in like an hour? It's too much to process.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
The beautiful thing is that we're going to know. It's not like one of these things where we never have an answer. We're going to
find out. Yeah, and a week one.
We're going to have all the answers, and I promise you this: there's no way it's not going to hurt. No matter what happens, it's going to hurt. We're not going to get out of this unscathed. Nobody is not going to have a player they were rooting for not get cut. Nobody gets away unscathed from this. It's going to hurt, but I will say, when's the last time we could say this is really going to hurt? We thought last year was tough with running back. That's going to seem like that's sponge cake compared to what we're about to go through.
Compared to what we're about to see.
Oh, my gosh.
And that only means that we're deeper and have a lot more talent, and that's a good thing. But Rivka Board.
Rivka.
Yes. Jet X writer and contributor. Very talented.
The queen of analytics. That's right. The queen of analytics. She is.
Always happy and honored to have her on the channel, tuning in. Has a question also, or a comment. Okay, I thought she had a question. Did you change it, Adam? She is in on Strebler as backup until Zach comes back. Notwithstanding what I said the other day, his noodle arm, trade Mike White for a late round pick. You know, I would normally say who's going to trade anything for Mike White, but we have a secret weapon. His name is Joe Douglas.
Joe Douglas.
And if he got something for Chris Herndon, he can get something for anyone.
Anyone.
So
I mean, how many? Well, granted, the Houston Texans, their organization is an extra level of dumb. I mean, it was funny. I think one of the beat writers, it wasn't John McClain. He's like their longtime writer who's retiring soon. But another, I think it was the ESPN. It might have been DJ. I think it was actually DJ because he's with the Texans now. He said, "Wow, Blake Cashman looked pretty good in the first preseason game. Had 3 or 4 tackles." I said, "Give it 3 days. He'll be done. Give it like 3-4 days. He'll be finished."
Yeah. So we got a awesome, very generous super chat from J.E. Allen.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much.
You, Alan.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. That's super kind of you. Really generous supporter of all the channels. I gotta say, we really appreciate it. It makes a difference. We appreciate you for it. And let's read your question. If the Jets keep 11 D line, where do we cut? So I know Gunny was talking about it. I think I mean, that's what it would mean. It would. Well, you know what really stinks is if we kept 11 men on the D line, it might make Samini right. And I know, you know, Dick Chimney, and that might make Frankie, get under his, piss him off a little bit. But Samini predicted 3 safeties, and a lot of us laughed at that and scarfed at that. But if you're going to keep, 11 defensive linemen, there's going to be some rooms that are thin because of that. So is it going to be just 5 wide receivers? Is it going to be, like you were saying, just 3 running backs? I honestly, a lot of people, as we go back and forth with all these things, I'm really with one thing when we talk about all these cuts and where they're going to come from. I am with Tigo I do not think that Nick Bawden is a candidate to get cut. I really don't. I think that he makes it possible for LaFleur to run the offense he wants to run. You saw the difference between Wesco and then when we picked up Nick Bawden. How would you cut him? He was a significant upgrade in our running game. He's a bulldozer. He's a perfect culture guy, fits perfectly in the locker room. He's a Middleton type guy. If he sees something move, he hits it. I don't see cutting him. So I could see 3 linebackers and Nick Bawden. I could see 3 tight ends. And do we hope Cager slides through? And doesn't get picked up, and he slides through the waiver and practice squad.
This doesn't work.
Not the way he's showcasing right now in the preseason.
No.
Yeah. I mean, how's he going to slide through? Right. And then you got people talking about this guy Will Parks. I mean, this is a great problem. This is great pain. It's pain, but it's such
legitimately though, like
6 days away.
But it feels so good. It feels so good to have this kind of conversation because oh my God, we've got too much talent. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx anything, but I was convinced by now there would be, how do I say this gently? Something would happen to a certain player that would make a roster decision easier for us.
Easier. Yep.
Is that clear? Is that clear enough without actually jinxing it?
I don't want to. Yep.
I don't want to aggravate the football gods out there.
No.
We don't want to go there. Okay. So I've actually got the roster. I'm writing this down. If we kept 11 defensive linemen, here's what I think we would probably do. And you tell me if this is something you're comfortable with. Okay. 3 quarterbacks. I feel like we can't go right now less than 3 with Zach's injury. Okay. Yep. Let's go 4 running backs, including Nick Bawden. Okay. Or the 4 tight end. You could go either way. You could have Bawden or you could have Cager. Either one. But there's one roster spot for either of them, but you cannot have both. I'm going to go 6 wide receivers, not because I feel like that's our strength, but I feel like you sort of need depth at wide receiver. Are you willing to go 5 wide receivers? I mean, I mentioned this and I got laughed at, but would you go 5?
I think Jeff Smith, you could hang around, you could put on the practice squad. I don't think anybody's going to pick him up anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So we think we could go 5 wide receivers? Okay, yeah. Cool.
And you know what? If Jeff Smith got picked up on waivers, Tariq Black looked pretty good for
Tariq Black, Calvin Jackson
he's
looks
okay.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as Black is okay. I think he was being evaluated for a concussion, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but I mean,
I practiced today.
He did practice today? I thought he did.
Practiced today. He
Okay.
did. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, he was okay. And I'm
Okay.
not sitting here saying I want to see Tariq Black on the field this year again. What I'm
No.
saying is for a WR6 on the practice squad, look, compare that to, let's look at every other team's 6 men at wide receiver. I think Tariq Black might be fine at that spot, right? So, I mean, he was playing well. He looked like he got a lot better from last year. And then, like you're saying, there's other guys too, Calvin Jackson. I mean, give these other guys a shot. You never know. And again, we're talking about wide receiver 6. We're not talking about wanting them to be in the starting 3.
Okay. And just to finish this off, so I think we got to have 9 offensive linemen. I don't want to go less than 9. I feel like 8. You're asking
agreed.
for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we've got to keep that intact.
Okay. And you have your 3 special teams guys. We know who they are. 4 safeties. We've agreed we can't go less than 4. That leaves you with 11 spots left between linebacker and cornerback. Now, I'm thinking 7 cornerbacks, 4 linebackers, if you're willing to go down to 4.
Who are your
So
7
that means-
cornerbacks?
Sauce, DJ, Brandon Eccles, Bryce Hall, Justin Hardy, Michael Carter, and probably either Javelin Guidry or Isaiah Dunn. You could keep either
Isaiah
one.
Dunn is my 7th. Okay.
Yeah. So, but that leaves you at linebacker CJ, Quincy, Quan, and Jamian. And then you're cutting Delshon Phillips, who they really like on special teams. Hamza, they might be able to bring back. Marcel Harris, you never know. I haven't really heard anything from him one way or another. I feel like he's had the quietest camp of anybody. And DQ Thomas, he's done nothing to my knowledge as well.
Nope.
So you could go with 11, but then you're going with 4 linebackers probably. And then you might not have a spot for you have to keep Bawden or Cager, but you definitely can't keep both. It's tough.
Yeah, but that's where we're at, I think. Truthfully, I like the way you broke that down. I like that layout. But I think, like you said, offensive line, we can't mess with that. We need all the depth we can get and to maintain on that.
Maybe McDermott starts on like the pup list or something. Maybe McDermott's like deactivated to start the season because he's
still hurt. I'm pretty sure he's still hurt.
He's still got the ankle injury. Yeah.
That's right.
So that leaves you with your offensive line. Yeah, you've got Dwayne Brown, probably Edoga for a little while, Tomlinson, Feeney, McGovern, Vera Tucker, Herdig, George Fant, and Max Mitchell. That's your 9 offensive linemen.
Okay.
That's it.
It's not bad.
I put this take on Twitter myself. Cager is going to be T4 and wide receiver 6. I think if Cager makes the roster, the reality is he'd make it as tight end 4 without question. That would be how he did it, but he would be the wide receiver 6. I mean, that's what you would do. Right. I mean, Jeff Smith, or probably not Denzel Mims, but Jeff Smith probably would be the likely guy that gets pushed out. And Cager would be the WR6. That's how you'd make room on the roster and how you justify it. I think possibly. So I could see this as a possibility for sure. Man, the dude is talented. His issue was always about health. It was never about lack of talent.
About skill. Facts.
So.
Man, chat, you guys are killing it tonight. Man, you're having some good conversation in the chat.
I know. I can't even keep up with it. I'm like sitting here trying to find
That's what happens when you get over 1,000, Jeremy.
Oh, man. It used to be so intimate and easy, remember?
I know. Now you've reached the land of polls and super chats and ads.
Sex bots and stuff. Look at you.
Sex bots, of course.
You've arrived.
Well, they haven't come yet tonight because Iowa hasn't shown up.
It's not showed up yet, but give them time. They'll show up.
Rivka makes a good point. Like she said, how do we keep 3 tight ends when we play so many 2 tight end sets? And then how do you keep 3 safeties when you have LaMarcus Joyner as one of your safeties?
Oh boy.
I mean, it's good. It's good points. I mean, but then that means that we can't keep all the defensive linemen, but maybe we make a trade. What do you think of that? What do you think that of the possibility that we trade some defensive linemen? And I want to say the Rankins right now, I think he's in extreme danger because of his salary.
I hope so.
I really
Like,
think
yeah,
Rankins
I
is in
would.
big trouble.
I would like him to go. If I'm being honest.
I when we were doing like the off season, like the JetX simulator, there were two cuts I would make immediately. One was Ryan Griffin, the other was Sheldon Rankins, because that's where you were saving the most money. I'm amazed he's still here. I'm sure he's a great guy, but what does he do that nobody else on this roster can do? The answer is I can't think of anything.
Like,
Thank you.
I don't know, man. Maybe he's the godfather or something of Salah's kids or something, because I have no understanding as to why he's still on this roster.
That's a lot of kids to be the godfather of.
It's a ton. I think that's why Salah feels so connected to him.
Yeah, maybe he helped Salah finally find a house in New Jersey. I don't know.
Maybe.
Moved out of the hotel. But seriously, to me, it doesn't make sense to keep him. Like if they kept like Sheldon Rankins or Nathan Shepard, and I put this up in my video today that I made. If they kept the Rankins or Shepard over, and I'm on this guy's side now, over a Jonathan Marshall, it would really annoy me. I was not a big Marshall guy, but that last game where he had multiple plays, I think he showed signs of really putting it all together.
Yes.
Hard hits, explosiveness. We saw his RAS really come out.
Yes, finally started. I said the same thing. It's showing through. Finally showing through.
Yeah. Is a guy with a really, I don't know, is a guy with a really high RAS, can we call him like a Rastafarian or something? Because that's what he would be. I literally just thought of that. God help me for it. But
I like it.
So he's a Rastafarian is what Jonathan Marshall is. And now I'm all on his side. Now I'm going to get the 96 jersey from that Chinese jersey store or something. I don't know. But I hope he makes it.
I think we're going to learn a lot about Coach Salah with these guys like Jeff Smith and especially with Shepard. If they make the team, Salah goes down a notch to me, because there's no way you could justify, particularly Nathan Shepard, making this team. There's no way. So that would worry me that he falls in love with these players and makes really, really bad decisions. There is no way Nathan Shepard should be in New York Jets and be in that 53. No way. I mean, it just makes no sense to me whatsoever. Jeff Smith, I could live with it depending on how it breaks down. But I can't accept Shepard. Shepard as a I'm so sick of hearing him say Shep this, Shep that last year in the press conferences. I'm like, what are you talking about? He stinks. He's the absolute
garbage.
Absolute garbage. His leadership, his weight room. You know what? Hire a better strength coach. You do the same freaking thing. The same
and not take up a roster spot.
Bring Salalosi back, or whoever the guy was that tripped up the Dolphin going down the sideline. Bring back Mike Westhoff as a strength coach for all I care. With the titanium leg, God bless him. Just please stop. I don't need a defensive lineman whose greatest attribute is his ability in the weight room. Isn't that what Vernon Golson was? Okay, I'll stop.
No, don't stop. You're 100% right.
Let's go down, man. The chat is crazy today.
The chat is unbelievable. This is you got 70. Is this a high?
No. We're getting close. I didn't want to jinx it, Adam. Now you jinxed it.
It doesn't matter. I didn't use the I word earlier, and everything is good so far. So.
Yeah, that's true. Dark Soldier has appointed me his proxy for the drawing. Oh, okay. But I have no idea what I'm doing. He's giving me his 2 yeses. Is Dark Soldier going to bed or something? Like what?
Yeah, he had to leave early.
He said earlier he had to roll out soon.
Well, with Dark Soldier's not here, and we broke 70 in the stream. That's amazing. Okay, so
and it's only going up since I said that. No, okay.
Oh, I think the kid is here. Arkansas is in the house. The kid's
here.
Yes,
he is.
All right. Green Bean's gonna kill me. If he wins, he's gonna get a guest appearance on Green Bean Show. That would be amazing.
I hope Jets Forever wins it, because I would love to see an appearance.
I want to meet him. I'm dying to meet Jets Forever, man.
Anyway,
I'm not sure I am.
We've seen him. Believe me, he's got golf carts. The kid's got a life out there in Arkansas. So anyway, thank you for the super chat, Iowa Jets fan. That is very, very nice of you and very generous of you, and makes me even more committed to getting you that bagel with cream cheese, which you might not need now that you're staying with somebody who promises they're going to take you around and show you around. By the way, did he come out of radio silence? Because that we were a little worried about that. So you have to let us know. Have you made contact with your host for the weekend? Because what are we guessing? You're gonna find out what we're guessing.
Oh, yeah, we got another super chat right here.
Yeah. Well, Buffalo.
Let's display that.
Bawden or Cager, if you can only
man.
keep one.
Buffalo asked the questions just make me pull my hair out. You know?
I know.
That's why
he does
Jeremy,
this on purpose, man.
that's why Jeremy's bald is because all of Buffalo's questions just being so tough.
I've been friends with Buffalo too long already.
Bawden Cager.
It comes down to this: who could you realistically sneak onto the practice squad?
Yeah.
I feel like Bawden is going to get more
Bawden,
playing time. I got to go.
I think Bawden's more valuable.
Bawden.
Yeah, same here in terms of like actual reps, like impacting the game early and often. It's Bawden. Like it sucks to say it out loud, but like if gun to my head and we got to pick one, I think Bawden at the end of the day like provides more value like to this roster immediately, like day one. Whereas Cager is going to be tight end 4, right? Like that's a big difference in terms of, man, that sucks. I'm gonna go with Bawden. It's got to be Bawden.
The vast majority of us are going Bawden. There is at least one person who's disagreeing, and I think we can all guess who it is.
Jets forever, isn't it?
Jets forever. Oh, New Jersey Pete as well. But yeah, it's do we want to put a poll up for this? Can we do that?
Wait a second, Jets forever is in here.
Yeah, he's in here. I saw him.
He sure is. We said it's my fault. We said the word boom,
and then boom, he appeared. It's like Beetlejuice.
Next,
Guys,
I want to say like Carly's name. Maybe she'll show up. I don't know.
I think that I can officially shut down the channel. I could shut down the channel.
Jets forever.
My only goal when I started the channel was to get Jets forever in my stream.
You got him.
I've accomplished my mission.
The truth comes out. I swear. Can we just do 2 of the Green Bean Awards and just make sure Jets Forever gets one of them?
Gets one of them?
We need this. The world needs Jets Forever on
do.
Green Bean on video.
100%.
Forget the Connor Hughes video. Screw the Connor Hughes interview. That's nothing. We
Jets
need
forever.
Green Bean and Jets Forever. It would break YouTube records.
Oh my God, it would.
For Jets content.
Everybody would tune in to see this interview.
Seriously, if you watch the Thursday show, the guy who comes on and plays the accordion, he would do a live appearance just for that show. He will come out of hiding wherever he is just to have that show happen.
Yeah.
Jets, Jets.
Here we go. Oh, one of his takes. Bawden is cut. Facebook is overrated.
That's what we were talking about.
Here it is.
Is that what you were talking about? Okay, I was
the show dedicated to me. This is why I muted him. And Modine, winner number 2.
I honestly don't think it. I don't like when anyone compares Jets Forever to guys like Modine and those other guys, because Jets Forever has Jets that he loves. And he has Jets that he doesn't like. He's very strongly opinionated in his beliefs, but he's not a troll because he's a diehard Jets fan. He loves Zach Wilson. I mean, he's not a troll. He's not like those guys. You can't compare him to that because some of those other guys are so negative about everything and they're so disgruntled, and they're not. It's gotten to a point where they're not even fun to talk to. You can't even talk Jets with them because all they do is put the Jets down. But that's not Jets Forever. Jets Forever just has his opinions and he has his.
And he sticks to it. He sticks by it.
But he causes reactions. Iowa, you are like freaking Matlock. You're Matlock
the
and Perry
accordion
Mason
guy is
and
Jets
the Law
Forever.
and the entire cast from Law and Order, SVU, all Law and Order. That Iowa, you figured it out. Wow, that is genius.
Now we know.
But the truth is Jets Forever that much different than Tigo? I mean, Tigo's very passionate
Yes,
about
Tigo
his
shows his
decision.
face. Yes, Tigo shows his face at
Yeah.
least.
And I'm not putting Tigo down. I'm saying he stands very strong behind his opinions too. Right? So, I mean, what's the difference?
He does, and not afraid to be to throw out the curve. A lot of people throw out some interesting opinions. I mean, from Tigo to Rivka to Frankie, me. I mean, a lot of us throw out some pretty crazy opinions. But it's at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure we all want the same thing, and that's we all want to get to the same destination. We just have different ideas on the best route to get there.
Yep. Yeah.
So we got to remember that. I need to remember that sometimes too. Granted.
Trin the T-shirt winner is here to try his luck for more. We are about 5 minutes away from giving away a 1-year membership to Green Bean's level 3 Patreon account. And that gave me the right, I think, I don't know, he hasn't said anything to me yet, to put an @Green Bean Jets fan thing on the title of the video. Usually you do that when they're going to be on, but it's kind of relevant. Like he'd approved because, we had to get it out there for Green Bean fans that this was the opportunity to win something. So that affects
Scott's asking, how do we qualify for the contest tonight?
Okay. So the only thing that you need to do to be qualified for this contest tonight is be subscribed to my channel. If you are subbed to this channel, you are eligible to win. So if you haven't already subbed, make sure you're subbed to the channel. And for future giveaways, which we will do at different milestones, don't unsub and then sub again when you just want to win something. Stay loyal. I hope you like the content. I hope you'll watch the videos. Even if you don't, if you stay loyal and at least keep your word and stay subbed and don't unsub and sub again, you will stay and remain eligible to win future prizes as well. So that's all I'm asking. That's all you have to do. Not asking, you don't have to become a member. You don't have to do this or that. You just have to sub. What's everyone? It helps the algorithm. Okay, what's up, everyone?
All right, Jeremy. I give in. I'm going to go ahead and subscribe. 1 second.
It is the it is my opinion that Garrett Wilson will get playing time and Corey Davis will get playing time. I don't know that it matters to me who you call the starter or how it looks. There's plenty of room for 3, even 4 receivers to get plenty of reps in this offense, depending on the plays, depending on the best sets we want to put in there. We got tight ends. We could have 2 tight ends in there, 1 tight end. There's so much that LaFleur could do. And Garrett Wilson is going to be special. He's going to be a great player. But let's remember that he's going to be a rookie. He's a rookie. So, based on almost any career of a successful wide receiver, this is going to be his weakest year until maybe, if he plays too long and he gets old. So there's going to be tons of. He's only in the beginning of his. Yeah. So I'm just saying there's going to be lots of years where he's a much better receiver for us. So he's going to have his time. I would love him just to have moments where he shines. When he does come in, he has some shining moments. He shows, he flashes. He shows what he's going to be. He doesn't have to put up crazy numbers. But you know what? The better he does when he gets those reps and gets those opportunities, the more reps and opportunities he'll get. And there's a chance that he'll end up being a guy that's in every game and ends up with 700 yards or something, which would be amazing when you consider this Corey Davis and this Berrios and there's, of course, Elijah Moore. And we got tight ends now who are going to take yards. We got running backs who can receive. If he was to hit 700 yards as a rookie in that scenario, that's outrageous. That's a really high number. So let's not put astronomical expectations on Garrett Wilson. Let's just hope he plays well and he plays smart. And he's got to get rid of his little dropsies problem. He has a little case of the dropsies, and we have to hope that somehow we get him over that.
And on the other hand, he is down 10 to 15 pounds. He made 1 catch in the scrimmage versus Atlanta where it was double coverage, turning his body. He did like a 180 and took it down with one hand. And the oohs and ahs coming from the fans was pretty sweet. So
Yeah.
I still have a lot of confidence in Corey Davis. I want to use him in the slot a lot more this season, a lot more. Where he struggled last season was against the J.C. Jacksons of the world, the big physical corners against New England and Denver. I want him on a smaller receiver where he can use a smaller corner where he can use his size and use his speed and kind of overwhelm those receivers and then start to take the ball down the field. But you know what? Let's run some crossing patterns with these guys. They're so interchangeable. These are guys who apparently, Wilson, Moore, and Davis, they apparently know all three wide receiver positions, unlike number 11. So just saying. So I like the idea of Davis playing in the slot a lot more than he did last year. But I'm not so much worried about this is your 1, this is your 2, this is your 3. That's just something fans do to try to categorize. Let's just see who gets the biggest snap counts. Who's on, say, third down? Who's there when they have like first and goal from the 9-yard line? Who are they trusting in those spots? That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. So, hey, by the way, I see you out there, Silly Fun Guy. Thanks for showing up again and supporting. I love it when I see Silly Fun Guy. The Buffalo Jet fan again. Hey, Kevin, you could just Venmo me and I could Venmo you, and we can give each other money. Because right now we're giving YouTube. We're giving YouTube money. Why are we giving YouTube money? Let's just Venmo each other back and forth. And
wait, who owes money to who? That's my question. The money's going back and forth so much.
No, I actually got to hook him up, but I just thought. But I'd rather just like when I see him buy him a drink than give YouTube money. If I told you in 2024, either Breece Hall won a rushing title or Elijah Moore had 1.5 receiving yards in a season, which is it? He loves to do this to us. If I told you either Breece Hall has a rushing title or Elijah Moore had 1.5 receiving yards in a season, which is it? Now, there are people that think Elijah Moore is going to get 1,500 yards in a season. I think it would be that person is Nick. I'm going to say that's unlikely, not because he doesn't have the capability and in some offensive systems that he could and would. I just think we have too many mouths to feed, and we're just not some. I mean, if we're a successful offense, we're not supposed to be getting so many passing yards, right? I mean, we're supposed to be running the ball. I would say that I think I'm going to go. I'll start. I say it's more likely Breece Hall wins a rushing title.
I'm going to disagree. I am going to go with Elijah Moore. That's 88 yards per game.
Yep.
So I think he is more than capable of doing that over a 17-game season. So to me, that is very doable. And this is in 2024. This is 2 years away. So if you have Wilson and you have Moore, I know 1,500 seems a little bit crazy, but when you do the math, I think it's possible. With Breece Hall, I still like. I mean, you never know who the next running back is that's going to come out of nowhere that could, still have the most rushing yards. Whether it is Taylor or whether it's some other random running back, but. Both sign me up. Yeah, I'm good with that. But I just really believe in Elijah Moore's potential a little bit more than I believe in Breece Hall's. Yes, it is a run-first offense, but I just think Moore has the ability to be that superstar, that guy who's like featured on billboards, on when you have like the still graphics on the networks. I could see number 8 being there as the Jets featured guy a little more so. And again, passing is what gets the attention. So I really think it's going to be Elijah. I believe in him that much.
I wouldn't be upset.
I mean, you can't. How could you? How could you be upset? It's a win-win either way. I'm with T on one. If it could be both, I'll take both. But if I had to pick one too, I'm definitely going with Elijah Moore. I think that's more feasible in 2024, and it speaks volumes to the fact that our quarterback is legitimate. If a wide receiver on our roster is 1,500 yards in a season, our quarterback is legit. We literally have a quarterback. That's saying a lot because, man, it's just so exciting to think about it because Garrett Wilson's going to elevate his game. I still think even with Garrett Wilson at his peak, that Elijah Moore is wide receiver 1. A lot of people think I'm crazy whenever I say that. Oh, he's just a slot guy, whatever. No, I think Elijah Moore has the full package. Like he could be our Steve Smith, our Antonio Brown, minus the concussions and all the head stuff.
Oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want any of that. But in terms of skill set and ceiling, that's where I see Elijah Moore, man. The kid is just so shifty, so talented, so quick. And you're seeing him make plays now in training camp and in the preseason that you're just like, wow, yes, Garrett Wilson's going to be our highlight guy. That's going to make this ridiculous catch, like behind his back with his eyes closed. He caught the ball. Like he's going to make those highlight plays. But in terms of consistency, safety blanket, and reliability for the quarterback, I think Elijah Moore's our guy. I think 1,500 yards in 2 years. I mean, hell, it wouldn't surprise me if he did this like next year. But I think that's more feasible than as talented as Breece Hall is. And don't get this twisted. I believe Breece Hall legitimately has like top 5 running back potential in the league like now. I think he's that talented. But I just think Elijah Moore is another special breed. Like Sauce Gardner's a special breed. I think Elijah Moore is that special breed.
Yeah, he just has to stay healthy. That's the only concern I would ever have about him. He's got the head on his shoulders. He's got the work ethic. Yep. He's got the natural talent. By the way, the Jets in their history have, you know how many 1,500 yard receiving seasons they've had in their entire history?
How much?
This is like a little preview for trivia tomorrow. 1, Brandon Marshall. 1,502 yards. Yep.
Okay. I thought it was 14 something. Okay.
No, yeah, Brandon Marshall got 1,502, and he did in 16 games. So I believe that Elijah Moore could do. Don Maynard had 1,434. That was the closest.
Oh, that's why confusing. Okay.
Now, before I give away,
Rivka, you're so smart. I know.
Before I give away this, I want to say this prize. I want to say that if you're not someone who cares about being a level 3 Patreon for Green Bean site, you can gift the prize to somebody who does care. And if you do that, I will give you a bunch of other consolation prizes, like to reward you, like Star Trek and Star Wars figures, some football cards, basketball cards, things like that. I'll give you a nice care package of collectibles and stuff like that. If you decide, hey, being a Patreon for Green Bean, I love Green Bean, but it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not gonna want to be on his show, and I don't care about the benefits of being a Patreon for Green Bean. Then you can gift it to somebody else, however you'd like. You just are gonna have to let me know. So that being said, here's how I'm going to do this. Okay. What all of you are going to do is you're going to go crazy in the chat, putting comments into the chat, because I'm going to look away and I'm going to highlight on the screen a winner. So right now there's going to be no one on the screen, and I'm going to just randomly look away, hum to myself, and then I'm going to just click like musical chairs, and whoever pops up on the screen is going to be the winner. It's that random. And what's amazing about it being that random is it's also going to get you guys to do a lot of chatting, isn't it? Because that's how you're going to win. So go.
Yeah, here it goes.
The chat explode.
Yep.
I'm going to.
I might be doing this also.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to jump on here.
And I'm just going to.
Yeah, we're both admitting we're not beanbaggers.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. I've got enough subscriptions in my life right now.
Same here.
I'm not looking. Okay. And go crazy because
go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Faster, you fool.
Let me know if it works, Adam. Okay, because I'm going to hit a button and I don't know who it is. Just tell me if somebody gets highlighted.
Okay. All right. I'll look. I think we have we got a winner.
Rivka won.
Rivka.
Wow. Of all people. And her comment just sums it up. Rivka, aren't you going to give somebody a Jets X Factor subscription for a year?
Because Rivka's part of X Factor, it bounces back, and now Rivka, you now are responsible and required to give me a membership to Jets X Factor.
No give and take.
Nothing. That hasn't gone up yet.
So first we have to find out. I imagine Rivka wants the prize because she seems pretty content on winning it. If Rivka, if you decide that you don't want to be a tier 3 Green Bean greenbagger, let me know, because you can give it to somebody else. And like I said, get some Star Wars and Star Trek toys. But I think you want the prize, right? So just confirm in the chat that you want the prize. And we will I'll find a way to reach out to you. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but you can find me very easily on Twitter and just DM me on Twitter.
I know she has Instagram. I think she's not the biggest social media fan, so I know Instagram works.
I'm on. I could also Rivka. I'll put my email in the chat because everybody knows it anyway. I don't want it.
She says, "Yep, I'll take it."
Yeah,
yeah. She's like, I'd like to thank the Academy. So, yeah.
So Rivka, my email is in the chat. Just send me an email because I'm gonna need your email to give to Green Bean because I think that's one of the main ways to get you signed up because he has to communicate everything through email to you. And what's really exciting is that part of being a tier 3 member for Green Bean is that you get a guest spot on his show. And I really think everyone's going to be excited to see Rivka on the show with Green Bean.
I've never heard her speak. Yeah,
I think it'll be really, really exciting. So I'm actually really excited because I think it's going to be really cool to see her on as a guest on Green Bean show. I think that's awesome.
I think it'll be an interesting conversation. I'd like to hear the queen of analytics and the king of the beanbaggers. It's going to be an interesting combination.
Right. And what's this? Oh, well, Buffalo is saying the sex bots now have my email. I put my email in this chat so many times. I am so not hidden to the viewers here. Like I've over the last year, how many times have I put my email in the chat? It's absolutely out of control. Because if I don't have to worry about anybody showing up at my house or anything like that. Because I just call my friend Gunny, and he's
I got you covered.
He'll take care of
me. I wish somebody would.
Nick, why are you having dinner with all those schmucks around you?
Of course, Nick would be the saw loser.
I haven't seen him here in an hour, and boom, all of a sudden he shows up again.
But congratulations! I'm excited. That was a fun way for that to go down. That was actually fun. I would have been happy for whoever won. I mean, I love everybody here, so that's why it's so much fun to give it away. But like that was cool. That was interesting. So, and I thought it was going to bring in tons of people because I thought that happens. I thought it helped the algorithm. Apparently, it didn't help the algorithm at all.
I gave away a helmet, and like 3 people showed up to my live distribution of it. So I don't know what's going on.
So this is what Buffalo taught me that you have to do when you have a guest on your show. Like let's say you have Buffalo Jet fan on your show. Right. In the title, you have to do the @Buffalo Jet, the Buffalo Jet fan, and like select it and have it in the title of your show because then it will show up on the home screen of all of his viewers.
Really?
I didn't know that. So I had and I'm pissed off because I had Matt O'Leary here, and I really wish I would have known that. Because I probably would have had 150, 200 people in here if I would have known that.
Wow.
So it's like, but that's what we need to know. Yeah.
Good information for our channels. All right.
Yeah. That's the best way to promote or advertise that you have somebody on your channel. Up. That you actually, get their viewers to know they're there. So
okay.
Well, what's this? I know. What's the most number of years of your life you give up for a jet? Now you're getting dark, my friends. Now you're getting dark. That's a pretty dark question.
I can't fathom that.
I'll give 10.
No, you wouldn't. You got kids. You want to see them grow up.
Exactly. My legacy is already set in stone.
But you want to see them get married.
Look, listen. The way I look at it is my name is going to be carried on. If I can see a Super Bowl in my lifetime, then I will give 10.
I don't have a wife. I don't have any kids that I'm aware of. I don't give a crap.
I'll tell you, Nick Shine couldn't give 2 years of his life because he might automatically just disappear. And it just
I'm going right now.
Just gone.
I need to know how many years would I be living otherwise. I mean, if I'm going to go to 80, I'd almost rather be like 65, die at 65 with a Jets Super Bowl than live till 80 and watch 15 more years of Jets futility.
I don't know,
See?
man.
I'm
I'm
going
with
with
that.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
I feel that.
Hey,
100%.
I might die alone one day, but at least I'll die with memories of a Lombardi trophy.
You know, we got a trophy.
This is Jets fans logic right here.
We're
Hey,
on
Jeremy,
the
that
map.
quote I just had, put that in your intro video and replace the Kyle Hamilton speech.
You know, there's too many slices of pizza that can be eaten in a year. Too many hamburgers.
Oh boy!
I can't give up life for something like man.
If
I'm
this
the biggest
the way it's
coward.
going right now, I can't afford life. I gotta start paying student loans that aren't even my own anymore. Okay, we'll go there. Okay.
Do you know? But you know what? But also at the same time, I guess if I knew I was going to live to 106, I'd say, okay, 96, 95. I mean, because the truth is, you get to a point where, I mean, where's the quality in life? You know, like I'm going to run out of money.
Right.
Facts.
Right.
I'm like, nah. I don't want to ever achieve that limit. I don't want to ever achieve that goal.
I don't want to lose my independence, you know, where I'm relying on other people to
take care of me,
sustain me, right? Try living in California now. They wouldn't allow me in California most parts of it. Well, unless Jeremy's like my security guard, then I might have a shot. But no, I live like San Diego and whatnot. I've been there. That's fantastic. But yeah.
Do you know there was a moment where I was going to pick the winner by making it a question, and my question was going to be, "What's the answer?" But I knew that. But I said that would be so unfair because Jets Mess, when I was about to announce that I had a question, was already going to put it in the chat. So it would be like already selecting the winner because there's no way he wouldn't have guessed Lee Cravat, even if it meant losing the whole contest because he was wasting time typing it. There's no way he could resist typing Lee Cravat. So I couldn't do it. But it would have been funny if I could have said, okay, if this is going to benefit any of you who know me and know the channel, what's the answer?
I would have said
Lee Cravat.
Lee Cravat.
All right, good answer.
Allen Iverson.
No pun intended, but good answer.
So was your great grandmother a Jets fan? She might have given up some years. Is she a Jets fan?
If that's true, if she's a Jets fan, she can still remember 1969.
Yeah.
Yes.
She has that.
Yeah.
See? The rest of us
that's
want
only
to
a third.
experience that.
Look, he'd be like a photo in Back to the Future. He would just disappear. So Iowa says if I give 10 years, that would be the same 10 years I'd lose if I started smoking.
Okay.
Yeah, but be careful.
I might that Dr. Phil gif where he's, I don't know. 102. That's awesome. Mark's got to take off. Mark, thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you have a great rest of your week. We'll
Mark
talk
Reese.
soon.
Have a good night.
Yeah,
brother.
Mark's checking out.
Good night, Mark. I'll see you soon, buddy. We'll be together soon. We'll be together. Okay.
Someday we'll be together.
John Nolte chimes in. I already gave 20 years of my life to this shit. Give me a Super Bowl already before I'm back in diapers. Before I'm back in diapers.
20 whole years. I'm giving 35.
Poor John Nolte. Yeah, it's hard to believe you've only given up 20 years. What are you talking about?
Oh boy.
You've been a Jet fan, John Nolte. I thought you've been a Jet fan for like 45 years.
I thought John was John, don't take this the wrong way. I thought he was older than that.
He definitely is. He's older than me.
So 20? Did he take a vacation? Did he take a vacation for a while?
I don't know.
A decade or so off?
Were you on probation?
Oh, no,
what
no,
happened?
No. Football season's only half a year, so he's saying 40 years, but 20 years in actual giving up your life.
Yeah, well, that's before football became a 12-month-a-year gig when, we entered
now
the picture. And,
now it's life. It's year round now. It's annual. It's annual.
You'll see a Super Bowl when you get to heaven. Don't need to give up any years of your life. Buffalo, are you on your way to heaven?
What's going on? You something
Oh,
about
no,
us,
no.
bud?
We're talking about life and death, and
There are Jet fans that would give up a finger for a Super Bowl.
I would give up a toe for a Super Bowl.
I do a
I
toe.
would definitely.
I would do a
I
toe.
would.
Nah,
I'll
my
go
hands.
to yeah.
I would do a toe.
Oh, we got to give this. Oh, where to go, Nick? Yes.
Hey, is that me? Am I the cool black guy?
Well, it kind of narrows it down.
A little bit of stereotyping there. But
That was no, we won't even go.
Yeah,
there.
like
a little bit.
me
A little bit. No, not you. Nick.
singing R&B.
You will have
boy.
a Jets Star Wars funeral. That's funny
That
because,
sounds depressing.
well, those are two of the things I love in my life. So, I mean, maybe some Lord of the Rings would be in there too. And,
Game of Thrones, anyone?
some Game of Thrones would be in there. Some Harry
Yeah,
Potter
now
would be
we're
in
talking.
there.
Ooh, Harry Potter's
Star Wars, Star Trek, you'd have all those things in there. And then, you'd have the Jets above it. It's kind of
Wait a
a
minute. Wait a
strange,
minute. Did you
odd.
Buffalo Jet fan? You're awesome. He said, "Wait, Gunny's black."
No, it's a permanent suntan.
Nah, man, it's Texas. It's really hot out here. I walk out and then this is what happens, man. Like, it's insane. My name is Jesse for crying out loud. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
taking the. I've been taking the Sammy Sosa treatments for a little bit while. That's
Hey,
how
that's
I
all
get
it
to
is.
this way.
That's all it is. This is a real permanent tan. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
Jeremy's got the Michael Jackson thing going on, and all right.
I got the reverse thing going on. The reverse.
Oh
reverse.
gosh, we are so getting flagged,
I know, really.
but we haven't cursed really, so
Yeah,
I guess we're
see,
okay.
We're good. No profanities
We've got. I'm
being
not
used
making
right
that
now.
up. That comment you made about Jacob deGrom came up as questionable because you mentioned an arm falling off. So you're probably wishing for him to get dismembered or something. That's how
I don't know.
YouTube
Yeah,
interprets
my
this.
settings change with the
So
comments
funny.
because it's like it keeps asking if comments are allowed, and they're not even bad comments. So it's really weird. Oh, Reef is gonna go.
Yes, Reef Guy did not have to approve that comment. This one apparently is acceptable. Yes, pitch him till his arm hurts again, so that's okay. Yeah,
That's
you just can't wish for his arm to fall off. Got to be careful about that.
This is why I shouldn't be singing.
It depends on the song. Certain things I can pull off. Certain things not so good.
So here's the baby of the group. I was born in '82. Oh, Gucci. I've been a Jets fan for only
84.
My whole life. Okay.
It's not as long as some, but definitely enough to feel the pain. So if you've been a Jets, if you were born in '82, that means that you very recently turned 40 years old.
Yep, he did.
Wow.
I was born in '84.
I was born in '81.
Wow, you guys
Wait,
are also
what?
young.
81.
Yeah. I'm 41, man.
I swore I was older than you. I swore I was older than you.
Do you know what that means?
Thanks.
Gunny, think about it. Right now, if we're at the game hanging out, if we're like walking around the parking lot, for some reason I say the wrong thing and three guys jump me and you come over and you whip their butt for me, I get to say, here's a guy when he was 4 years old, I could have picked up, thrown in the air, and said, "You're so cute, you're so cute." And now he's beating people up for me.
Hey, I got you covered, Chaos. You already know the deal. I got you covered.
Hey, John Nolte's John Nolte's asking, where's Gitmo Bob been?
He hasn't. Well, he doesn't chime into this channel anymore because he was offended by me talking about when I was messing around with Iowa, and I said we had that Friday night, we were all partying and stuff, and I said Iowa, we had this whole fun thing, Iowa versus Arkansas. So we had Arkansas Jet fan and Iowa Jet fan. We were like provoking them to fight each other and like argue over. And anyway, one of the things I said to him, which I thought was funny at the time, was I was making fun of Iowa, and I said, "Hey, Iowa Jets fan," I said, "You know what?" I said, if Iowa was to just blow up, nobody in America would know.
Facts.
And
The only thing you'd be, what would you be losing from Iowa? The Field of Dreams. That's it.
No,
That's
but
about it.
obviously,
That's it.
obviously, we were all joking around. But he went on a rampage going to all the other Jet fan providers saying, you should really be careful about having Jeremy Cravat on your channel. He's, against people from Iowa. It's very offensive. I was like, what? Messing around with my friends. So anyway, he doesn't come
And
around.
Nick, we should ban Nick. He's against people who can sing. So so that should be next. We should ban Buffalo for asking questions. Yeah, this is about the same logic. Okay. I didn't want to acknowledge that one.
So I mean, what can I tell you? So he doesn't come here anymore.
No, correct is right. Yes, Iowa gave us Seth freaking Rollins, aka Tyler Black, which is how I first knew him when he started wrestling. So, yes, Seth Rollins. Whoa! All right.
No, but in all seriousness, when you consider Buffalo Jet fan and Gunny and Green Bean and me and all the Jet Lounge guys like Steven, Sack Exchange, and when you think about this crew, and then Iowa because he drives tractors, right? I mean, if you think about this crew, I feel really sorry if some group of Raven fans decides to pick us to mess with. I would feel really sorry for them. It would not go well.
I'm not going to mention the yeah.
It would not be pretty.
And my wife's going to be there too. And my wife's like 5'9". She was also a Marine, also a black belt in Marine Corps martial law. Like, it's going to be a bad day. Like, at the end of the day, like, it just doesn't make sense to mess with any one of us that particular day.
But we're not going to have any fights. We're going to be anyway. It won't matter because we're going to be partying and having a great time, and it's going to be contagious. And everyone that goes near our group is going to smile.
It's going to be positive. It's going to be positive. But what I'm saying is, I'm about that life if they try to test us.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I was telling you guys the other day. One of my staff members, because people are crazy when they pick up their kids in the parking lot. Yep. And it's dangerous for kids. So and I have staff members that are willing to get really loud and be like, we don't play games. It's like, follow our directions in that parking lot because we're keeping your kids and other kids safe. And this guy got out of the car because one of my staff members, she told him, you got to move your car over there. You got to move that way. You can't stay right here. And he argued, and she said, look, you must go down that way. And we won't let the kid go to the car. We're saying we send the kid down in the pickup area. We go, you got to drive down there. And he got out of the car instead of coming after her. And I was like 50 yards away. And I was walking towards her, and she walked by me. And I told you the story. He looked, I felt like he looked at me because he turned around and got back in the car. And then I felt pretty good about myself. And then I turned around, and there's my guy, George. He's this big, solid muscle guy who's also walking that direction. So it reminded me of like Godzilla when the little baby Godzilla roared. He thought he chased away the monster, and then he turned around, and there was Godzilla.
His dad behind him.
But hey, man, I was gonna throw down in that moment because I'm all about that life too. I don't care if I get my ass beat. It's like you're gonna mess with a woman. And she works for me.
There's no way.
That was just not going to happen. I was ready to. No. I was going to step right up. And
honestly, anybody who's trying to step to a woman, I promise you would have beat their ass anyway. Let's be honest. Like if they're trying to step to a woman, that would have been easy cakes for you as well. I'm just being real about that. Like that to me is.
I was pumped. I wasn't going to back down. I mean, in the back of my mind, I knew it would only be tops 10 seconds before there were many adults that were going to be coming into my rescue, including parents, because there are a lot of parents who love me because they know I take care of their kids. So in my back of my mind, it was going to be the temper that guided me, but at the same time, I knew it wasn't going to go 10 seconds. He'd have 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Even if he got the better of me, he'd have 10 seconds, and then it would be over for him. So I figure I could survive 10 seconds even if he was tougher than I was. But what is this? Oh, this is hysterical. I'm proud to Just fans. You are really funny and handsome. Thank you, Nick Shot. I think we got a new J. Cole.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Born in Iowa. Okay, Johnny Carson. Born in Iowa, moved to Nebraska. Grew up in Norfolk, Nebraska, as a matter of fact. Well, okay.
Wow.
Right. Talking about Johnny Carson. So
Wow.
we're trying to think of other things that Iowa has given the world besides the Field of Dreams and corn wine. So.
Godzuki. I'm Godzuki. The Grandice is going to call me Godzuki. now.
Godzuki. Godzuki.
Yeah. No idea, Arkansas. I have no idea.
J. Cole.
I forget, Gunny, when do you land?
R&B.
When do you land?
I get there Thursday night. I land Thursday night.
What are you doing on Friday?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hanging out with Mason in Long Island. I'm gonna be on Long Island pretty much all day on Friday.
Oh, you're
on
all the way
Saturday,
in Long Island. Okay.
Yeah, and then on Saturday we're doing the Coney Island.
Coney Island.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna see you on Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there on Saturday, and then I'll be there on Sunday. Yeah. So
Okay.
wait, why'd you ask about Friday? What's going on Friday?
No, because I'm gonna be in New Jersey with Nick and maybe Mark Reese. So like I'm gonna be like in like Edison, like Menlo Park, Old Bridge. I'm gonna be in that part of New Jersey.
My old stomping grounds. That's where I grew up. It's crazy.
I grew up in Asbury Park, so Edison wasn't too far from Asbury.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
So I was just checking because if you were going to be in that part of Jersey, we would have invited you to go to. We're going to be Nick's taking me for the food tour. Like I'm going to be doing the pork roll, eggs and ham. The pork roll, eggs and cheese and the sandwich, and he's going to take me to his favorite pizza place and all
after
that.
That red eye flight, you'll have earned it. Yeah.
What time is that? Is that for lunch? Because if we're talking lunch, I land in New Jersey. So I'm landing in EWR, and then I'm driving.
What time do you land in Jersey? What time?
Early. The wife and I got my sister watching the kids, so we can leave at like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, because I landed 8 a.m. And Nick is like picking me up, and then I know New Jersey Pete wanted to hang out. He's going to be in the area too, but like. We'll exchange phone numbers, and I'll just text you where we're going.
Text it to me. I got you.
Because I don't know where I don't know where he's planning on taking me. I was thinking maybe he's taking me to the TikTok diner or something, but because I heard they have I don't know, but like wherever we go, we'll just stay in touch. And if you're still in the area,
that works.
Yeah. Because
I know dinner. I've already got dinner with Everything New York Jets planned out. Everything New York Jets podcast. We're doing dinner that night and Friday. He's in Long Island, so we're going to have dinner together. But yeah, during the day, we're landing, and the wife and I are just chilling pretty much. We ain't got no kids. My boy Raymond is going to go ahead and get our bags and go to his family's house in Long Island. So we're just going to chill, the wife and I. Okay. So we could probably go ahead and make that happen.
Yeah. So we'll just call you when we're going to eat lunch or something and say exactly where we are and that whole thing. Okay. But I'm glad that you're going to be in Coney Island. That's going to be a great time. We're going to have a good time.
I'm excited, man. I'm so excited.
We're going to be hitting a few places too. We're going to be hitting L&B Spumoni Gardens. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah, that's going to be some crew. Let me tell you, that's going to be a hell of a crew. So. And we're going to have Iowa Jets fan there.
I don't know how New Jersey Pete knows this, but he's right. I do get there on Thursday. That's kind of weird that he knew that.
Well, now we know who your travel agent is.
No, that's weird. I'm getting there Thursday night, actually. I lied. It's Thursday night. And then Friday, we're going to be driving into Long Island. We're staying in Jersey Thursday night, flying in or driving in on Friday.
Oh, so then you could definitely meet us for breakfast then.
Definitely. For breakfast.
I'm landing at 8 a.m. and Nick is going to pick me up in Newark.
How did New Jersey Pete know that? Like, what the I'm a mind reader? That just freaked me out a little bit because he said it and I looked and I picked up my phone and I'm like, I looked at my phone, I'm like, oh, he's right. My flight does land Thursday night. Wait, how the fuck?
Pete, where am I going to be that Saturday night? $100 if you know.
Crap.
If you know my itinerary for the weekend, I'll be really impressed. Because I don't know it yet.
That was weird.
All right.
Because originally we were supposed to fly in on Friday. And then there was a better deal on the flight. And the wife and I were like, hey, my sister's watching the kids. And then so we changed our flight to Thursday. I completely forgot about it. I was reading the comments and I'm like,
Ever
Thursday night.
retired Jet
Yeah,
Scout.
He's right.
Yeah,
Ever
Daniel
retired
Kelly,
Jet.
that nut job sends his regards.
Former Jet Scout. Come on, man. Stop.
Oh.
Stop it, Daniel.
No, what's cool is
As a former Jet Scout, I think Gunny's going to land on Thursday.
on Thursday night. I'm like, well, he's right. I am gonna land on Thursday night.
You know what's funny? And you know what's funny? I think I told I may have told Jeremy this. You know, my parents, bless them, they lived in New Jersey. My dad moved there in 1980 with my mom. He still lives there to this day. So mom moved there at the same time. She moved out in 97 when we moved to Chicago. And I said, you know, on the channels, we're having all these debates about the pork roll, the Taylor ham. It's like, you know, did you have it? I asked them both this on the same day. Did you have it? What did you call it? They said, Adam, got to be honest. We never had it in our life. Neither of them have ever had it.
wow.
And my dad's been there since 1980, and he's never had it.
Oh wow!
I was shocked.
Green Bean looked at me, said, "How do you have it?" I go, "How do I order it?" I said, "I'm from Brooklyn. I ordered bacon, eggs, cheese, and I ordered bacon, eggs, cheese on a roll."
Yeah, or for me, sausage, egg, and cheese. I remember when Burger King brought out the bagel. I know it's Burger King, but they brought out the bagel sandwich. I thought that was the coolest breakfast idea ever.
I've always.
What did I know? Yeah,
we didn't. We were kids at that time. We got when they came up with that sandwich. We were all kids, though. We didn't know any better. We didn't understand the value of delicious quality food. Our palates have been refined since then.
Me and Gunny are going to be so close, man. You're going to come out to SAC one day. We're going to take you wine tasting, you and your wife. Come with me and my wife. We'll go wine tasting in Napa Valley. Huh?
Say less. Say less. That means yes. I'm all about it. Say less. Like I'm all about. My wife and I love to travel. Like we love to travel. Like so for us, having somebody else when we're going to go somewhere where we can actually interact with and we know already, like that's always a win for us. So we're always looking for our next vacation destination to get away from these kids for a few days anyway. So now I know Sacramento's on the list.
Oh yeah, well, SAC means Napa Valley. SAC also means like at least one day in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
You know,
okay.
Yeah,
I thought Sacramento was like
we leave early in one of the days we leave early in the morning and we're in San Francisco in an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, I can't promise you the greatest food. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I know that in terms of food, when it comes to California, like San Diego, Los Angeles, those are the spots where you're going to get the best bang for your buck. That's what I've been told. I've been to San Diego quite a bit. To this day, best sushi and best ramen I've ever had is in San Diego, California. But what's the prison that's in California? Is it Pelican?
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. There's Folsom and there's San Quentin. There's a lot.
Yeah, I live near Folsom. Okay. Like I'm only a 25-minute ride from Folsom.
Okay. And you expect me to not sing Johnny Cash.
They do tours, but it's not the same thing as Alcatraz. Alcatraz, you get to take the ferry over. You get to see you get to see Al Capone's cell. My wife hasn't done it. So if you came and visited and wanted to do that, we would go into we would go in there with you.
Okay, cool. Because the wife and I had that on the bucket list for a while.
Jeremy, I just had to send you a text, so just check your text really quick. Just had a request, so just whenever you have a chance.
All right, you got a request?
Yeah.
Our Dark Soldier got jokes, huh? I see he came back. If you say pork roll or Taylor ham, then that means you're from New Jersey and your opinion doesn't even matter. The disrespect. The disrespect.
Nah, I'm proud to be a Jersey boy born and raised.
Same here, man. Same here. I mean, I was raised there.
I'm glad I don't live there anymore, but I'm proud I grew up there for a little bit and got out.
I'm with you on that 100%. I'm proud. I always tell people I'm from Jersey, but I'm not mad that I don't live there anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see.
I haven't been back in a while, man. One day.
It's been years. It's been years. 4, 3.
I can't even remember anymore, but it's been at least 5 years.
Cowboys versus Jets was the last time I was there.
Okay.
Was that 3 years ago? Maybe it was 2. I don't know. I don't know. Cowboys, that was the last time I was there.
Yeah, I mean that was COVID. I know I wasn't doing it during COVID. Yeah. So I mean I fly into LaGuardia a lot. I'm in New York a lot, but a good amount. But Jersey not as much because it's harder to fly to New Jersey where I am than it is to fly to New Jersey. New York's a lot easier.
Okay.
Because we got direct flights from Norfolk right to LaGuardia and JFK now. So it actually works out. It's just it's harder to fly now because fewer flights, staffing problems.
Yeah.
And, I find – I don't know if you know, my mom worked for American for 40 – oh, my God. I was going to mention this. So my mom now, she's retired from American, and now she's been doing bus tours around the country for the last 10 to 15 years as like a part-time gig. Now it's what she does. So the tour went from Charlotte and went up into the Midwest. Today she was at Lambeau Field. She got to take the tour with like 40 other people. They met Aaron. Awesome. They met Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was there, and he said hello to the group.
What?
She got to go on the field, and she actually met Aaron Rodgers.
Wow.
Oh, that is awesome, man.
And my mom's not even a football fan. Because this is like when I went to Cowboys Stadium and I got to run on the field, which was just amazing. But she got to go to freaking Lambeau, and she said, like, if she says it, it means something. Adam, this is beautiful. Like, their pro shop alone is like 22,000 square feet. It's just crazy. But she had an amazing time there.
I took the wife. My wife's a Green Bay Packers fan. So I took the wife actually for her birthday about 4 years ago. And yeah, did the same thing. The whole tour. Went to the locker rooms and whatnot. And we got to meet some of the other guys. We didn't get to meet freaking Aaron Rodgers. But my wife's going to get butthurt when I tell her this after this. I'm going to tell her, hey, listen, one of my boys just told me that his mom met Aaron Rodgers today during the tour.
Yeah.
It was the one person she was dying to meet during the tour that she didn't get to meet. And it was so sad. It was so sad.
And she said there was this one other player. His name was David. He was African American. I can't figure out who it was. Can you look it up? So I go onto the Packers website. I'm like,
yeah,
Mom, was it David Bakhtiari, the left tackle? She said, is he black? I said, no, he's white. I said, does he have dreadlocks? And I said, no, he's got long dark hair, but he doesn't have dreadlocks. I said, well, he was kind of in the distance, about 40 yards away, so I didn't see him right, but he looked black in the shadows.
It's possible.
My mom's all about African American culture. She loves like black music, all of that.
Yeah.
She has so many African American friends in the Caribbean. Her favorite travel place is Bermuda. What else do I need to tell you? And she thought David Bakhtiari was African American with dreadlocks.
Why is someone talking to Green Bean? Is Green Bean in the chat?
I didn't see him.
I don't see him.
I don't think so.
Somebody was talking acting like they were talking to Green Bean. Is he there?
I don't see him.
I don't think so.
No way.
I don't think so either. No.
No. Yeah,
I don't see.
I wish I could have been there with her for that trivia.
Yeah. If you haven't been to Lambeau Field, I think if you're a football fan, it is a must. It is so different. The atmosphere is different. They still got bench seating in there. It's literally the same stadium from when it was originally enacted. It just obviously modernized. But when it comes to the seating, they got bench seating. You're literally elbow to elbow with every fan. Like when I got to watch the Jets versus Packers game that weekend when we went, and we started off pretty strong. We didn't finish too strong, but anyway.
Was that the one where we blew it?
That's awesome, Gunny. I'm very happy to hear that.
That was
Lambeau Field. Yeah. Lambeau Field got a better introduction to the show than I did.
Nick, I didn't even see you jump on. I was looking at the camera the whole time.
I didn't even know I was coming in. All of a sudden, I'm there, and I'm like, "Oh shit! Do I have potato chips in my beer?"
It's you. Hey.
No, I need you in here. I need you in here, Nick, because I have about 15 minutes to finish something. So take over for a little bit. Take over my role since we're so similar.
All right, shave my head and be annoying.
You just got.
I brought you into this chat. I can take you out of this chat.
That is exactly what I wanted. I wanted him to leave and show right back up when he heard it. He's probably tiptoeing out of the room right now.
Sure.
Of course, that's why I said it.
Oh, I could see him.
So, Gunny.
Yes.
You said earlier, I think it was NJ Pete, you said, oh, we get there Thursday night. And then the conversation went off. And then you're like, how does he know I get there Thursday? And I'm saying in the chat, you said it.
Oh, did I?
Kind of did.
He was just doing this weird thing that most of the listeners or viewers don't do. Pay attention.
Okay, because, I was freaking out because, I originally
you said
it was supposed to be for Friday.
That's what he said.
So I must have said it before. Okay, cool. So before I was like Friday, and then we changed it just recently. So maybe I must have said it during the conversation and I didn't catch it. But he freaked me out because I was like, wait, how
You
does he
did
know
say
that?
it. I didn't catch it until you were mesmerized by NJP repeating
it threw me
off.
off.
Oh, that's right. He did say it.
It threw me off. I was just like, what the and then I was going to be like, hey, yo. I was like, hey, Ray, is that you? I was going to ask him if it was my boy Raymond because he's the only other person that knows that we've changed our flights because he's going out there too. And I was like, is that Ray? Why would he change his name to New Jersey? He's from New York.
You're going to walk out to the
really
kitchen in the middle of the night to get a drink, and NJP's going to be sitting there. And
going to be sitting there like.
What's up, everybody in the chat? I see everyone popping up to say hello. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? So, Jeremy is flying across the country. I need to know everything. I'm putting everything together. Where are you Friday? Where are you Friday morning? Are you guys in New Jersey?
Friday morning, I'll be in Jersey. Yep.
Where are you staying Friday? Where are you staying when you land Thursday night?
I'm staying in Browns Mills, New Jersey, on Friday morning. And then we're driving.
I'm pretty good with New Jersey.
Pemberton,
Where the hell's Browns Mills?
like Pemberton, Mount Holly area, Moorhead.
Oh man, why didn't you just fly into Philly?
I don't know. The tickets were cheaper to fly into to Jersey.
Really? To go into North?
Wow, really?
Okay.
Yeah, it was cheaper. So we're going to stay there. Because when I left Jersey, last time I lived there was in Browns Mills. So we're just going to hang out there for a little bit, and then we're going to be driving into Long Island. So I'll be in Jersey pretty much.
Okay. What time do you have a set plan? What time are you going up to Long Island? Because obviously where I'm at in Central Jersey, it would be ideal on your trip up that we connect before you go out to Long Island. I'm right next to the outer bridge that goes into Staten Island. So you got to go there anyway.
So then, we can meet up on the way there because I don't need to be there until pretty much dinner time. So I've got time during the day if you want to hang out.
All right, cool. We'll figure that all out.
Yeah, definitely.
We talk all day long anyway in the Twitter.
Literally, like
guys. You keep making these plans. You know how many people are going to invade you? People are just going to be showing up randomly. They're going to figure out where you are eventually.
Come on.
They know Thursday night. They know the airport.
Dude, I haven't really
been people showing up at the airports with signs, Gunny, like Dr. Galactus.
You cannot show up at Newark Airport with a sign that says Gunny. You will get gunned now.
Gunny, yes, I am.
That's me. I'm that guy.
You're giving out your whole friggin' itineraries. My God.
The wife's going to be like, man, operational security. You're not really thinking about this at all.
Screw you, Eminon. I'm going dark mode here. I'm going dark soldier mode.
Oh,
yeah, got a little light. I'm all high tech over here. You didn't know about that? There we go. Yeah, it's showing off my sunburn from working outside every day.
Jeremy, why am I getting an alert that you just put another video up? Are you doing video? Wait, did you just want to do another video? It's titled. Here's the title of it: Eggheads Like Football Too. Love me.
What the?
So here, I figured out Jeremy. Here's
what are you doing, Jeremy?
Jeremy is very close.
You got 1,500 subscribers. I've got 98. I'm not asking anybody to love me.
I just saw it. Yep, I just saw it.
Jeremy is very close with Green Bean. So Green Bean has his jet channel, and Green Bean has his roller coaster channel. Jeremy has his jet channel and his food channel. So when he walks to go get something to eat for a break, he's like, hey, channel 2, here I am in the kitchen getting a sandwich. And then I'll run back in here and be like, hey, guys, what did I miss?
We saw you on the other channel. We just saw you.
Yeah. He changes his shirt.
No, Gunny. The other guy, Gunny. The answer, that was Lee Cravat.
There it is.
It was Lee Cravat doing it as Jeremy.
NJP, no, I'm in Woodbridge, bro. I'm in right next to Perth Amboy. Like, I could hit it with 3 Nick Shine football throws. I used to be able to throw a football 75 yards before I tore my bicep 10 years ago. My friends would measure things in Nick Shine football throws.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
my favorite
people would gather around in the crowd and like in the stadium parking lot, and people would bring their kids and be like, yo, my kid wasn't here 2 weeks ago. Throw the football, bro. It would take 3 people to throw the football back to me.
Damn.
I mean, the only way I
had a cannon, but then I
do you remember the vortex with like the comet tail on the back of the football? Do you remember that?
92 yards. My record is 92 yards with that thing.
That thing was fun.
92 yards.
92.
92. That thing would go forever. You got that up with the wind, not with the wind, but with no wind blowing in, and it just would whistle and go forever.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, that was like the coolest football. I remember John Elway did the commercials way back when.
Yeah.
I bet we got a few people in the chat who had a Vortex football.
Everyone had it.
I definitely had. Yeah, I definitely had.
There was two. Remember, Nerf had the one with the regular Nerf football with the air tunnel through it.
I remember that. That's the one I had. That's the one I had.
Yeah,
right.
And then there was the Vortex with the tail. Nerf.
The tail is the one I know. I know the tail.
Yeah. The Nerf football whistled because the wind would go through it the way it was designed, and it would whistle.
Yep, that makes sense.
And then the Vortex came out, and the Vortex is the one with the tail that you just. It looked like you were dropping bombs over Baghdad when you threw that goddamn thing. Because when that thing started coming down,
dropping mortars, just dropping mortars.
The Nerf Turbo. Thank you, Knobcraft. It was the Nerf Turbo.
Oh, the Turbo. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyone coming up to the tailgate, I tailgate at K5. K5 is the Giants practice facility with the blue fence that wraps around, and we're back in the corner in there. So I know everyone's
going to bed. Yeah, Arkansas, thank you for joining us. Have a good night, buddy. All right, sleep well.
You got school, bro. Did school start down there in Arkansas yet?
Do they have school down in Arkansas?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's what we're doing, huh? that kind of night.
I might have offended Gitmo Bob if I said that, because I said that about Arkansas.
Good thing they didn't measure the Nick Shine penises. That's more effective.
That's so good. I actually have a couple friends in Arkansas. It's so good.
God damn it. I offer Iowa to cuddle up with Chris Bradigan on my pull-out couch, and that's just what he comes back with.
Yeah, you see that?
It's a good thing.
In New Jersey, Pete. Hey, New Jersey, Pete. I went to St. Joe's and Metuchen myself for 2 years.
Yeah, Pete, how old's your son? And if you don't want to say the last name, you don't have to, but
it's okay. I was kind of like an outcast there.
On here too, no different.
Yeah, but I went to high school with Jay Williams, who he's got the ESPN morning show now. He and I had history and English class together. So, 25. Yeah, he's young. I was going like from 95 to 97. Is when I went to St. Joe's. I could actually walk there from my street. It was like a 10-minute walk to get there. It was great. I never took a bus to school.
That sounds ungodly.
Not
10
one
minutes
time.
of walking?
10 minutes of walking. Because the elementary school was Woodbrook, the middle school was Woodrow Wilson, the high school was St. Joe's, and I was able to walk from second grade. I walked all the way up until the day I moved out, and that was at the end of 10th grade. I walked to school every day. It's pretty good. Carl Anthony Towns went there too. Yeah, so did Andrew Bynum. Go ahead.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Wrong. I'll do a shot.
Fireball. Nice.
That's Fireball? Oh, man,
I hope
you're a madman.
I hope you put it in the freezer. Gunny, you should see our group, the Virginia Jets fans, what we do.
If you look, you can
Fireball
see the ice on it. You can see the froth on it.
Oh, God. My chest got hot watching you do that.
Gunny, we literally at the game for the game we went to my friend Art's house. He's got a tiki bar, swimming pool, jacuzzi. He has a little freezer just for shot glasses. You can get like 18 shot glasses in this little freezer. He's got like the gallon size, whatever it is, a Fireball. Puts that in the freezer. You get the frozen, the cold Fireball and the cold shot glass. It is so good. Like
John Nolte with the gem.
So
I went to high school with
I'm
Bismarck.
not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, as a young Marine, Fireball was like our drink of choice, right? Like, because it was cheap, it was high alcohol content. So, like young Marines, we would do that dumb shit all the time inside the barracks, just dumb stuff, just taking shots of Fireball, mixing it with Sweet Tea. So, like, I went through my youth experiencing like hard liquor was Fireball, and you mentioned it, and I could taste it coming back up from the experiences of my youth as a young devil dog.
That's
and I just
me with absolute.
my stomach
vodka.
just got.
I love Sweet Tea and I like Fireball, but the two shall not meet.
Vodka.
Yeah, now we've mixed it quite a bit. We did dumb shit, just dumb stuff.
1997.
What else did you mix the Fireball with? I got to know. Anything?
I
else?
never mixed Fireball.
Hypnotic. You ever mix Fireball with Hypnotic?
I never had Hypnotic.
Is that like a roofie? What the hell is that?
It's called
a day rape drug. What is it?
Nah, Hypnotic.
Sounds like it, right? Yo, I dropped 2 Hypnotics in a drink.
Look, listen.
Cosmo.
Anybody does, or his drink.
What was it called? Incredible Hulk? Was it Incredible Hulk? No, Hennessy and Hypnotic was Incredible Hulk. But Fireball and Hypnotic, I don't know what the hell we called it, but it messed you up. Like it messed you up. but it made it easier to go ahead.
Rumpelmans is part of the deadly trio.
Yeah.
Rumpelmans, Black House, Goldschlager. When I was like 17 and we first started drinking, those were like the cheapest 3 liquors you could get. They went, you got that, and then you got the 30 packs of Red Dog for $9.99 back in the late 90s.
Red Dog. Oh, Nick, do you know what Hypnotic is? Because I didn't even know what it was.
Red Dog catered to kids because the Red Dog bottle caps would have like dogs inside or sayings or expressions.
Yeah,
so, like,
I remember that.
I had a drawer at home where I had hundreds of these fucking things, and I would just collect all of them. And then
Nick,
one day I pulled the drawer out too far, and there were beer bottles caps everywhere. My mom went ballistic.
Nick, have you ever? Do you know what Hypnotic is? Have you ever seen it? Because I didn't even know. Okay, so I'm looking at it right now. First of all, it's spelled HPNOTIQ. So right there, you know, you got to. This already sounds dangerous. It's like sky blue. It's like the color of blue curacao.
Yeah.
So it's made from fruit juices, vodka, and cognac, and it's 34 proof.
You just made me think of something else. Aftershock, the one with the crystals on the bottom.
I remember
the blue and red Aftershock, and then you'd have some idiot drunk with like his dad's like, that's really Iowans definitely gonna get that hand motion. But you had the and people would try to chip the rocks out. It was like rock. Yeah, I totally did that, and Iowan's gonna get it, so I got to beat him to it.
Who's done absinthe? Who's done absinthe? I wasn't coming back from Iraq in Germany.
I didn't grow up drinking.
I've done it as a father. No, I'm kidding. That's a great joke, though.
No.
I've done it as a father, but I made it about myself, so it's allowed. Jesus, guys, it's a joke. Wow.
The funny thing was, I didn't really start drinking until my mid-20s. I went to a dry campus. We didn't drink in the household at the time. You know, and hey, if you, we had 2 guys get kicked out of college because they were cooking with wine one night. They got expelled. It was serious.
Cooking with wine?
Because they had a bottle of wine. They were cooking with it. You couldn't do it. They got kicked out.
They're making a Marcella sauce or something like that.
I don't think it was Marcella. I think
understand
that's Google being dumb. Okay, never mind. Go away.
Google's I want their names. Who are they?
Yeah, they came back like 2 months later, but they were gone the rest of the semester. It was like probation.
Really?
For them. Yeah, but I didn't start drinking until my mid-20s. I don't even know what got me to do it. I still remember my first sip of Budweiser when I was 6, and I thought it was horrible, and now I got a 24-pack of it.
Same here. I had my first.
With a great comment. Hypnotic sounds like what Walter White would cook.
Walter White.
Walter White. I love it.
And then the Aftershock was red or blue, and it had the rocks on the bottom. That's what it looked like, the blue batch. That's a great reference.
I've heard of absinthe only because I watched Bar Rescue.
Knobcraft says he's got some absinthe. If you got that stuff, will put you on your ass. I don't care who you are. A lot of us thought we were tough and awesome, but we had been in Iraq and we had not had any alcohol for 8 months. And of course, we get to Germany, and the first thing we want to do as Marines is get just messed up. And I tried absinthe for the first time. I wanted to die. Like I was ready for it all to end because you get so jacked up. You start hallucinating things.
God.
It's
dude. This stuff was banned in 1912. This stuff used to be banned.
Is that
not in Germany?
74% alcohol.
It pretty much is. Yes.
Yeah. That's the German version of Everclear.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty much. In a nutshell.
And I just want to tell Knobcraft one thing. I do not have abs in the shirt. Because if you read that word, it's abs in the. I do not have abs in the shirt.
The abs are absent.
The abs are absent.
Thank you.
No, the big thing that I got hooked on quickly was Jeremiah Weed sweet tea vodka. Mix that with some lemonade. I put that with a little fresh mint, and the thing is I do a pint glass of it, but I do 50-50. You're not supposed to do that stuff 50-50 because you feel like you're drinking an Arnold Palmer, but you're really drinking a John Daly. And oh my goodness, it will take you down because it's just so balanced when you put like a good lemonade with it.
Yeah,
like it's too smooth. It's too smooth.
It's very smooth.
Real quick,
and it's a good blend of sweet and spice. Go.
Real quick, I'm sorry, I didn't mean we can't add the comments, so I'm trying to pay attention to them. NJ Pete, are you bringing your golf clubs up? Because I'm looking to get out that Saturday morning of that weekend. I went blind if you drink.
That
Yeah,
just
that's
sounds-
fact.
basically
That's
Everclear.
real.
It's the
That's real
Everclear.
talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take a shot of Everclear and put it in like a 32-ounce Gatorade, you're good.
Yeah, we were taking shots of absinthe.
You know
in
this from
Germany, like,
experience.
We're definitely going to connect, brother. We'll definitely connect, and we'll talk more. If Jeremy has your
That's
info,
fine.
I'll reach out to you if you don't mind, and we'll figure out golfing. I want to get out. I'm looking maybe do like Rutgers, somewhere local, Tamarack, Middlesex County.
And
I would have had that
one.
one once
On a
before.
nice
It was-
piece, my
it was
drink of
good.
choice now.
We'll do, Pete. We'll do. Toxic waste.
I've had that once, and there's a reason I
I've
said
never had
once.
that.
I could just drink 100% Mountain Dew, and I'm absolutely out of my gourd. I can't.
I think Mountain Dew. I think it's got absinthe in it. I don't know what it's now. The opposite, whatever the opposite of absinthe is, that's Mountain Dew. It feels
Meth.
like.
There's meth in
Meth.
Mountain Dew.
Meth.
That's what that M stands for.
I'm pretty much the same.
Method
Joe
Dew.
Cole is just Mountain Dew taken up a notch or two.
It's
You remember
Method
Joe
Man's
Cole?
cousin. It's Method Dew.
Man's cousin.
It's meth. Straight meth.
Mountain Dew, will you do the fun?
Holy crap! Knobcroft with a Buffalo Cryptic comment. This conversation is pretty much why I'm getting a liver
Getting a liver
biopsy.
in the morning.
Oh
Jeez,
God!
well, good luck with that.
Good luck, bud.
If it goes well and you can still drink, I don't know how you. I don't know what to say to that comment.
I feel like all of a sudden we need a subject change.
Prayers and God bless. Yeah, let's talk about football again. Oh man.
Oh yeah, football. That's kind of why we do the show.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. This is what the show's about.
I've heard.
Hey, we've talked about food a lot on the show, and then all of our shows. We could talk about alcohol.
Hey, we did solid Jets content for like a good, I'd say like an hour and a half. I mean, the first
Hour
5
and a half.
minutes.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
fun.
Definitely.
Boom,
It
there we
was
went.
a good topic. You guys had good stuff going on. The chat, which I was a part of, and then reading a lot of the comments, probably 80% of them, was fantastic.
It really was.
Chat.
Okay, I got a question. I'll throw a question at both of you guys.
Go ahead.
If you had to bet on one before the season begins, one Jet getting traded, who is it?
Mims. Easy.
Mims?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Mims would probably be like a negative 375 like right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Vegas had odds on this, I think and Colin Klein Johnson, Giants rookie wide receiver, who's
Towards
doing
Achilles. Yeah,
Just went out today. Yup.
well.
Yeah,
Ruptured
sad.
Achilles. Done. And
Time for
I
the
said
season.
earlier in the comment, but it was when comments were flying and it never got airplay. But I think Mims to the Giants could be a possibility. They see him Sunday, and they're like, you know what? Take him off the field. We'll give you
Showcase.
additional 6 for him pending playing time, you know?
I think they give him more. They're in a bad spot right now with their wide receiver core. A lot of those guys are already banged up, and then now you just lost this guy who was very promising during training camp and the preseason. I think they're going to be willing to pay a bit more to get somebody who has a higher ceiling, even though we haven't seen him hit that yet. We all know the Mims got that ceiling. I think we could probably get a 4th from the Giants.
I think
for
so.
Mims,
And keep
if
in
I'm
mind
being
with the
honest.
Giants,
I'd be
they're probably
shocked.
going to be.
I mean, Joe Douglas is a magician, but I would be
It's-
shocked.
The Wizard.
I'm gonna go-
The Wizard in play.
You know, these trades are never quite that simple. First of all, the Giants are, I think, is very likely going to be one of the bottom 10 teams in the league this year. Knowing them, it'll be something like a 5, but with bonuses could be a 4, something like that, or a 6 that could become
Like
a
playing
5.
time and stuff like that.
It's
Yeah, that's
always
the
that
conditional
way.
pick, right?
It's never
It's
just a
contingent
Yeah,
upon
that makes
playing time. It's if he hits
that makes
40
sense.
catches, it escalates, things like
Yeah.
that.
We'll give them the Blake
Conditional
Cashman 6, and we'll get a 4. We'll sweeten the pot for him, something like that.
I got a question. So now, Connor Hughes, who I'm a fan of, I
saw.
I like Connor. I like. You saw the video. There, the guys
I did.
who follow
I
me
did.
on the Twitter and Instagram know that I talked to Connor, but these 2 guys, Buffalo, Dom, Jeremy, we have a private Twitter group, and I sent them the video. When I was talking to Connor, I had the phone like this, talking to him, and I was taking video the whole time just to get like a real raw reaction.
Yeah.
I didn't want to use it. Like, I wasn't trying to get him in a haha got you moment. I just thought it'd be cool to talk to somebody who I'm a fan of and like just be real and then have that moment. You know, I didn't post that. I just sent it to these guys.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty awesome.
He's covering now Jets and Giants. So days he's doing Giants camp, I mute him for 24 hours. But before I could mute him this morning, he tweeted out that Sterling Shepard made a comment about, "Oh, we're gonna see who little brother is."
Right.
In a fucking preseason game.
Yeah.
Come on, kid.
Come on, Sterling. Like
he's not even a rookie. This was a Kadarius Toney.
You're trying to make a name for yourself. You haven't made a name for yourself on the field, so this is the route that you're going. Shut the fuck up.
I expect better from Sterling Shepard than this. He's a veteran. He's not a rookie just running his mouth.
Yeah.
I really would expect he's got to be smarter than that.
Childish, right?
He's a nice little receiver, but guys like him are a dime a dozen.
Literally. Like he's nothing
because
special.
he's a 3 or a 4.
Facts. There's plenty of those guys.
Then again, on the Giants, he might be a 2 because of the Giants.
That's also true.
You know, right now I'll take him over Galladay. With Galladay's attitude,
they
forget
drafted
it.
Wan'Dale Robinson out of Kentucky. This kid Johnson looked like he was going to be a top 3.
Like
He looked good. He was looking really good.
And Tony's got talent, but I wonder where Tony is up here. Giants are taking like some questionable wide receivers.
I was going Galladay, Shepard, Robinson, the rookie, I think Kentucky, and then Johnson. I didn't even think of Tony. Cool, quick little Tony story. Guy I coached football with last year is an electrician contractor for the Giants, and he got offered to become a full-time employee of the Giants mid-last season. Mid-October, he shows up with like 2 garbage bags full of cleats and says, "All right, who's size 11 through 15?" My son goes, "I'm 11 and a half." He's like, "Really?" He goes, "All right, here you go." Gives him white Nikes, low cut with the red swoosh on it with number 89 written on it, which is Tony's number. So my kid, who's been brave, he's like, "Dad, I'm the same size as an NFL wide receiver." I'm like, "With the shoe, bitch." I'm like, "You're still like mental midget." I'm like, but he's got Kadarius Toney's cleats, and now he's in Old Bridge where it's white, purple, and black colors, and he wears the white cleats for Kadarius Toney's cleats. And he tells the kids, "Got these from Kadarius Toney." He was going to sign them, but I said, "No, I want to wear them." Like he's like hyping the shit up big time right now.
I feel like Tony's got a little bit of Beckham in him. Great talent, great ability. Maybe not as much as Beckham, but he's flammable. I just wonder where he is mentally. Robinson may not even be that. What is with the Giants with these reclamation projects with wide receivers? They are so disorganized at wide receiver. I mean, Galladay, I thought was a pretty good signing, overpaid.
I thought it was too.
I never thought he would flame out the way he did there. My goodness,
fell off of a
what
cliff.
Disappointment.
I was reading
Trumaine Johnson, except more shocking. Yeah, that's what he is.
I was reading the comments. What was the name? Who flailed out?
Wait, who flamed out? Kenny Galladay.
Wait for what? Oh yeah, Galladay. Yeah, sorry. I was like, what?
Wait, he's
Bradigan.
Bradigan.
Text me, and then we'll talk. I'll figure out. It's hard to have the conversation with you texting and me talking in the show. Text me, and we'll go through everything. I'll figure out when you're coming in, where you're staying, what your plans are, and we'll go from there. But your flight coming in matters, and when you're leaving. I don't know if you're getting a car. If you're gonna be local, I'll help you out with what I can. All right, cool. What else we got?
Okay, I'm just checking the chat out just to see if they've got anything. Yeah, it's interesting that a lot of people tend to talk about trades this time of year. It feels like trades don't really happen. It's like trades usually happen like either at the deadline. They're happening more now during the deadline, but it's usually just when you don't see them coming. You don't see a lot of trades because a lot of teams think maybe they could just get somebody for for nothing because they're getting cut. Yeah. So trades are just not. It's not this isn't baseball, hockey, or basketball. Trades are as uncommon with the NFL as they are with anything else.
This is the week it'll happen because starters are going to play more this week. Some injuries may happen. We always know guys will get exposed. One's playing against ones now instead of some backups playing against ones. You're going to see the pecking order of the rosters developed this week, and you're going to see guys who they have no hope in or faith in, and say we got to make a move. And this guy, maybe a Strevler, maybe he gets to play against the twos this week. You know, maybe they say to White, all right, we know what you can do. Let's see what Strevlin could do against the twos. Starters are going to play most of the first quarter, probably into the second, Salah said. Everyone's playing. Lawson will be out there. Everyone will be out there Sunday. So, and then you got the cut downs by Tuesday, right? So we play Sunday at 1, and then by Tuesday.
August 30th, that's cut down day.
Yeah, so Sunday night, Mondays, you're going to hear some transactions. I think Mims, I think White. I don't know. I think those are the two that might get targeted. You might get somebody who wants Sheldon Rankins. You might get somebody who tries for Huff or Harris. But you're not going to see any big breaking news.
Yeah, there's no blockbuster trades happening. That's not the case. It's going to be
maybe we pull one, right?
Round out officers.
Okay, Chris. Well, Pete with a good point. No sacks allowed by our offensive line up to this point. Yeah. Let's. Hopefully that'll continue when the starters come in. Watch, Dwayne Brown enters and boom.
Gosh.
Just here we go. Let's not jinx this one.
Speaking of Dwayne Brown, Chiefs in the clutch just asked us the question about how we feel about the offensive line with him being back.
I'm a little bit worried about the run blocking. More so than I was because Mekhi Becton is such a good run blocker. Yeah. Now, Dwayne Brown is pretty good at both, but I felt like the real heart of the offense could be running right behind AVT and Becton. I really thought that could work well. Yeah. Now, I don't know if they have like a real bread and butter. Now, Mike LaFleur's got to figure that out. So I feel like they can be competent. I don't know if they're going to be fantastic. Again, if they could just give Zach Wilson, whoever the quarterback is, 3 seconds to throw the football, give these receivers a chance to get a little separation, they could do it. That'll be fine. But if the heart and soul of this offense is running the ball, remember Breece Hall and Michael Carter. They look for the holes like a Le'Veon Bell would, and then they go, especially with Breece Hall. He needs that little bit of space. Last game, 4 carries, 1 yard. I know it wasn't with the starters, but this line has to be able to block for him. They have to be able to create holes, or we can forget about Breece Hall with offensive rookie of the year or 1,000 yards or anything like that. He will go as this offensive line goes. So I'm hopeful. But they need to get some reps together. They really got to get some time in.
I mean, I feel pretty good about it because you got to think, man, on the left side of it, we got 2 Pro Bowlers on the left side that are familiar, like very familiar with the scheme. So it's the left side of our offensive line, I think, has drastically improved. Like with George Fant moving to the right, I do think that the left side is more solidified with 2 Pro Bowlers on that side. And then now putting George Fant next again to Elijah Vera-Tucker, Fant could potentially be a liability in the run blocking aspect. He's definitely a better pass blocker. But don't forget, man, like I also think that we keep forgetting the extension of the running game is also a screen pass, right? A little dump off to the running back to go ahead and get out of the backfield. And I think what this whole line across the board can do well is that extension of the running game by providing time for the back to get out on a rollout to go ahead and get that screen pass. So I feel really good about our starting offensive line. And it's going to sound a little cliche, but yes, I love the run blocking capabilities that Mekhi Becton brings to the table, but I love the consistency that Dwayne Brown brings to the table even more. And that can go a long time to getting everything kind of ramped up, everybody pretty much on the same page. Like you said before, as they get more time together, you're going to see them kind of solidify and gel better. But I don't know, man. Like I was talking about this the other day, and I feel like it was like almost we had to sacrifice Mekhi Becton to almost get a little bit better on the offensive line. Because with Dwayne Brown, you know what you got. With Mekhi Becton, we know what we got like 2 years ago, in his rookie season, and we all love what we saw that year. But we really don't know, as people got more tape on Mekhi Becton, is he as good as he's going to be from this rookie year? We saw him getting beat quite a bit last year by Carl Lawson. He was getting beat a little bit this year too in training camp. So maybe I'm just trying to find the positives in the whole thing. But I think our offensive line right now, believe it or not, is better than it was. And again, not wishing anything on Mekhi Becton getting hurt. I still want to see what this kid is about. But I feel like we're better today than we would have been with Mekhi Becton being in that offensive line. But maybe that's
there's just one issue I have with what you're saying. You only have one lineman in the same position where he played last season for the Jets. The tackles are new, the guards are new. They've been moved. So I feel
But
as though
Fan
it takes
started
time.
off last season at right tackle, right? So it's not
He
that.
did.
It's not
For-
like he's
for like
being
a minute.
changed from
Next
where
to
he's never
GBR.
played before, but he did all training camp as right tackle last year,
Mhm.
and then they moved him. So it's not like it's a new position to him. You know what I get what you're saying, but I'm kind of looking at it from a different vantage point where he did a whole camp as right tackle. Beckham was left tackle going into camp last year and throughout the whole camp. So,
Chiefs, I'm gonna answer your question right now, and I'm gonna say this again. Morgan Moses is he's a good guy, he's a good example, he's a good run blocker. His pass blocking stinks.
Sorry, it was bad.
I was not shedding a tear when Morgan Moses left the Jets. And
that's why he was a backup tackle, right? He wasn't
he got an
supposed to be a
opportunity to
starter.
start.
That's why he was a number 3 or 4.
I'm telling you, with that pass rush, if we could get, I'm serious, whoever is on that side opposite Morgan Moses, whether it's Carl Lawson, JFM, Jermaine Johnson, whoever it may be, Huff, Martin, watch whoever Morgan Moses is going against. I think we could create some pressure on that right side of the offensive line in game 1. Watch it. I'm going to say we get at least 2 sacks off Morgan Moses in game 1. I'm going to make that prediction right now. At least 2. 2 sacks. So,
Here you go. That's what she said. He's commented, "This is still happening." And what's up, Clutch? I haven't seen you in a while, man. I've been a little hectic. My schedule hasn't allowed me to get on as much as I'd like. Oh, while I'm on,
yes,
my channel, Proud New York Jets fans, for those who don't know, Friday night, 10 o'clock, we're going to do a fantasy football league. It's going to be about a $20 buy-in. Friday night, we're going to do a live draft with the draft being streamed for everyone to mock all of our awful picks, which I'm sure will happen. So far, I have Iowan, me, Adam, Tigo, Jeremy, my buddy Frank, my buddy Doug, Jet Fan United. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's 8.
7, 8.
That's 8.
So we got 4 more spots open. Anybody who can be live, you don't have to be on air to do it. You can be in the chat, but you need to be there to participate during it. That's my clause for it. We're going to do about a $20 buy-in. We'll have 12 teams. I know Buffalo is at Bill Burr show. Gunny will be in New Orleans, consuming way too much alcohol and carbs.
Way too much.
Way too much.
just some beignets with some straight absinthe. That's perfect.
No, God, no. I'm not doing absinthe ever again.
You know, it might make that cafe au lait actually taste good. I'm just saying.
My buddy went to New Orleans in May, and it was his first time there. And he's like, "Bro, I'm not drinking." He's like, "But I can't lose weight. I'm walking around all day. I'm sweating my ass off, but everything's deep fried and loaded with carbs."
You know what
So
you just
delicious.
described? Disney World. Walking around, sweating your ass off. Everything's deep fried. You're putting on weight. That's Disney.
Overpriced and delicious.
And overpriced, exactly.
Knob Croft, you are Kraft. I'm sorry, I keep saying Knob Croft.
Knob Kraft.
Kraft, you are in. You are number 9.
Is this ESPN? Is this Yahoo? How are we doing this? Or are we just creating the?
I want to see it. I'm off tomorrow.
PPR,
I'm off tomorrow,
no
so I'm going to look
PPR?
into it tomorrow. All of my leagues, all of my money leagues are in the Sleeper app. I don't know if you've ever used the Sleeper app.
Sleeper
it's
is
the
amazing.
best.
It's
It
the
is
best.
by far. ESPN hasn't made updates since Michael Vick was quarterback of the Falcons.
Yes, since like 1999.
Anyone who uses ESPN is probably 20 years older than Jeremy, and we know how ancient that is.
I'm actually doing the Virginia Jets fans. I've organized our league for the Virginia Jets fans. We got a 16-team draft on Sunday, okay? And they wanted it on ESPN, so I didn't fight it.
Yeah,
It's going to be interesting. And with at least 2 people who have never played fantasy football before.
Iowan, I said your name because I didn't need to text my own name to my son because I'm using my son's text because we talk a lot on the phone. So I know if I text him, it's not going to get buried deep. That's what she said. Iowan, if you want to be on the stream, I will absolutely promise you it was the last fucking thing on earth I will do. You will not be on that show with me. No, absolutely. Knob.
Yeah.
Answer me in the chat here. Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you on somewhere where we can connect and you can give me your email? Because I'm gonna have to be able to email you an invite.
Yeah, Knob won my autographed trophy giveaway. He's on Twitter.
You got his email?
He's on Twitter.
You have his email?
Yeah, I have his information if need be.
Yeah. He is on Twitter.
I'll forward it to you.
All right. I've seen it. I think I follow him or he follows me on Twitter. I think both.
Yeah, he's definitely on Twitter. Yeah.
I'll reach out to him. I'll get his email. So I got 3 spots left. Jim Page, what site is that? It's the Sleeper app. It's just called Sleeper, and it is the best fantasy football site there is.
By the way, for those who don't know, Tyron Smith of the Cowboys, a severe hamstring injury, expected to miss several months.
Oh, really?
Tyron Smith got hurt. Yeah.
When that happened today?
Where is it? Can we see it here?
I was doing the same thing. I was trying to.
Yeah.
How about this?
There it is. It's the football helmet with the red notification.
Okay.
It's the,
can't make it any clearer.
best
We can't make it any
fantasy.
clearer than that, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Jeremy's
Maybe
still hanging out in the background. So hey down below, how you doing?
Jeremy's the best, man. I love Jeremy. Jeremy's so cool.
He just gave us a wave. Hey ho!
The coolest guy in the world.
I was I just finished up. I was doing pay.
What the
That wasn't an invite for you to come back.
Jump right in.
I messed up. I forgot to do payroll to pay my hourly employees. So that's what I was just doing. I was filling in, fixing all their hours.
That's great you said that. I just got an alert that my paycheck came through a day early.
Wait a second. Where's? Yeah, my Cash App's still empty. No, I'm good.
Oh, all right.
Wow. 80.
Hey guys, I might have to jump off here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting kind of late.
2.5 hours. Woo.
What were you drinking before? Were those Bud Lights? Were those Bud Light Platinums? What were those bottles?
Bud Light Platinums.
I thought so.
This is my beverage of choice.
And you were totally drinking it like a military guy, like Tom Cruise in Top Gun. You're like holding the tip of it and flipping it. And I was like, oh, that's totally a military swig. Jeremy,
it's embedded in the DNA.
We talked about alcohol. We talked about the fantasy draft. I plugged that a little bit. Knobcraft is joining. Iowan wants to be on air, so I guess we got to. Harlan, how about you? You have any interest in the fantasy football league we're going to do on my channel Friday night? We're going to do a draft. Oh.
Come on, Harlan.
The following week, I know it's going to be a holiday weekend. I know it's going to be difficult for everyone. Dark Soldier had an idea that I thought was really awesome. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I think, Jerry, it was your show. And then after the show ended, he reached out to me. We're going to do Jets predictions. He's going to put a spreadsheet together. We're going to come up with about 20 categories, and we're going to rate them. Like, say, how many yards does Zach Wilson throw for? And we'll rank, say, 20 people do it. We'll rank it 1 to 20, and then you'll get points based on how close you were and how far you were. And then we'll have a tiebreaker. Like we'll have several tiebreakers.
Like a pickup.
What's the longest scoring touchdown that the Jets have this year will be one of the questions. Who scores it will be the tiebreaker, and then there'll be another tiebreaker if that doesn't hit. Like how many challenges does Robert Salah win throughout the season will be like, we're going to come up with a whole bunch of categories, and then we'll do it on air. We can email it to people to submit their stuff if they're not there for a live show, some of the regulars. But we thought it'd be really cool to do something Jet related that we can look at and track week by week and kind of see where we're going.
That's badass. I'm down with that.
Yeah, it's something to keep everyone's like interest, right? Like,
yeah.
Look at that. I'm not even on the show for 15 minutes, Jared. I got NJ Pete saying, give Nick my number. This is why you bring the face on, Jared. This is why you bring the face.
Gentlemen, I gotta jump off.
Yeah, Gutter. Why don't you tell him your stuff?
Oh yeah. Listen, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook at New York Jets _sitrep, and you can follow me, of course, on or subscribe on YouTube at New York Jets Situation Report. Always got some fun content coming out. Just dropped my video about the New York Jets post-game Fanatics press conference. The pessimistic and the optimistic Jets fan. I'm getting a lot of good feedback about that. So check it out. Let me know what you guys think.
All right, I love it. You guys gotta subscribe to New York Jets Situation. It's just an amazing site. I mean, and you got to subscribe to it. We got to build this guy up. We got to get him to
I
over
appreciate you
1,000.
guys.
We got to make him one of the big players, and
Trying to
we're gonna
get
get
there.
him there, just like we're gonna get Nick there. We're proud New York Jets fan. We're the young new generation. We're taking over.
How
We're
the hell are
taking
you
over.
throwing yourself in with the young crowd?
I think he meant in terms of content creation. In terms of content.
Yeah. We're newer.
Let's not say young. Say the new wave.
We're a whole new wave. We're a new wave of content providers.
And I got to give a shout out to Dark Soldier, because Dark Soldier is the one that connected me with Gunny.
Yeah.
And we got Gunny on that first night, and then he's been fantastic.
Dark Soldier is my guy.
Shout
man.
out
Like,
to
that
Dark
dude
Soldier,
been-
man. Good dude.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
He's like, you got to follow this guy. You got to get him on a show. I'm like, all right, I'll take you for your word. We'll do it. And we had him on that night, man, and you've been just fantastic.
You've been kicking
on
it
every
ever
show
since, man.
Yeah.
Kicking it ever since.
Yeah, so drinks are on you when you get up here. You
I got
know
you.
how I drink.
First round's on me. First round's on me when I get out. I got 4 kids,
I get
man.
a 55-gallon drum and be like, this is my round.
I just want to see Gunny knock down like 3 or 4 of those pork roll, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
Done.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ravens fans. Like, we set Ravens fans up. He's like, bing, bing.
Dude, we're going to be pounding those sandwiches down. It's going to be crazy.
Oh,
I
it's
can't
gonna be
wait,
so
guys.
great.
Can't
I'm
wait.
going to have to double
Gentlemen.
up on my cholesterol medicine.
Hey, y'all have a good night. Awesome show, man. Always
Yeah,
enjoying
right.
hanging out with you guys.
All right.
And
good
as
night,
always, give
Go
one of your
Jets.
kids a hug and a kiss goodnight from me. You know which one.
I got you. Got you covered.
Only one that you're allowed to say goodnight from Nick. Be
Good
good,
night,
brother. Take
gentlemen.
care. I'll see you soon.
Hey, everybody. Y'all
Good
have a
night,
good
bro.
night.
What's up, man?
Almost time for bed for me.
Yeah?
Yeah, even though I'm 3 hours behind you. I get up crazy early, man. To wake, I got to open that school up. And my cafeteria guy's not going to be there, which means I got to do breakfast. So that means I got
Pete, I have some plans on Friday night already. We can talk off air. I got some plans on Friday night. It's not too far from Stage House. It's like Friday afternoon.
Look who's back.
He's like the Mets. He disappeared for a few days this week. Bang! Let's go Yankees.
Bang bang. That's fine.
Yeah, we don't drink beer through hot dog straws. So
No, but you guys pee while sitting, so relax.
that's what your girlfriend said the other night. Okay,
Oh,
I have a girlfriend? Why would I do that?
you used to.
Why do you think I'm always smiling? I'm not married. I'm single. Why do you think I'm always so happy?
he almost, the other day, Nick almost ruined and destroyed his whole sex life. He fell down and he sprained his wrist. Yeah.
Tell a guy something in confidence, and this is how he stares
I mean,
it out. For
It's going to be
1,500
so
people to
fun
see.
when I'm chasing down that car at the airport. Carrying,
Yeah.
like,
Oh no!
dragging
You're
my
diving out of the way of it.
dragging my
You're
suitcase, bang,
diving
bang.
to the side. There's a car coming up the curb. Oh, I did not tell you about the Falcons fan who sat 5 rows in front of you. Adam, you saw me on TV
Yep,
when I took the shirt off for the field goal or the extra field goal.
I did.
Braden,
What's up,
Braden,
Mike?
Hi, Mike.
Oh, that's Jeremy's line.
Braden, check your Instagram message. I'm doing a draft Friday night on my channel, and I sent you an invite. I got 3 spots left open. Please, I need you to get in it. So just reply to me with your email. I think I might have your email in our group, in our DM box. So we
Falcons.
get there. There's a guy, long dreads. Half of them are dyed, so it's like half blonde. And I look at him right away, and we're cheering for the Jets, and he turned around as the Falcons were marching down the field, and he said something. Now, he's dressed not in a Falcons, like you've seen the Jets, like suit jackets that they have. it's like a red and black swirly jacket. And he turns around and he talks trash. And I go, listen, CJ Mosley. And every Jet fan just died. And he was going back and forth talking trash. And I'm like, you were up 28-3. Why are you talking trash to us like we're the enemy? Do you know that every person in this stadium wearing green rooted for you? And he keeps going. He keeps trying to come back. But obviously the whole crowd's on my side. And then finally I just said to him, bro, I don't know why you're wearing that jacket here. The MTV Music Awards are not till next week. There's no reason you should have that on. Him and his girl got up and left. My daughter says to me, Daddy, I'm pretty sure they went home or changed their seats after that Music Awards joke.
Wow.
It was so good. But he was giving it back, but he was just outmatched with me.
He was outmatched.
All right, Braden, if you don't want to do it, you don't, but you're definitely one of the people that I sent messages to. My phone is kind of weird. It actually messaged Iowa Jets fans too against my will, but it is what it is.
Hey, I have to go. I don't. If you guys want to keep going, you're more than welcome to. I don't know how you guys feel.
I'm off tomorrow. I don't care.
Adam,
you have channel controls, right?
I got some channel controls. Yeah.
Can you end the broadcast if we keep going or no?
Yeah, I think it's this button up here that says end broadcast.
Yes,
that would have been great if he did it. That would have just been epic.
I thought about it.
That would have been so good. What does this button do? Boom, boom. Jared, it's your call. I mean, I can hop on live if people want to come over to my channel. Or if you want us to keep going here for you, it's your call, buddy.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I would go maybe another half hour, but I think that'd be enough for the night.
Okay. I will leave it to you then. Just don't forget to end the program. You have to hit it twice. You hit it and then you hit it again. Because it'll ask you. Just make sure you do that. And everybody, good night from Jets Chaos. I gotta wake up early. I gotta serve about 120 kids breakfast. So that's gonna involve getting up.
You're back. You guys start earlier, right? New Jersey doesn't start till like the week after Labor Day.
We're a public
Like
charter,
September.
so we're a public charter, so like we have a weird schedule. We're off all of June and July, but we open in August. So.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, good night, guys. Have fun. Oh, I almost ended the broadcast. No, I'm not going to do that. There's nothing late.
If you want, I'll hop on mine, and that way, if Adam's got to go, I'll keep going.
Okay, why don't you do that? It'll help the channel. Everybody, jump over to Proud New York Jets Fan.
Yeah.
That is Proud New York Jets Fan. The show will go on. All you have to do is jump over to Proud New York Jets Fan, and you and Adam will be there for another 30 minutes. Nick will talk. Everybody jump over there. He's going to be there all night, man. We're going all night on a crazy Wednesday. Take care, guys.
Give me 2 seconds. Can I throw it? Can I just throw the link in there for everyone?
Throw the link in there. I'll see you guys. I'll see everybody on Proud New York Jets Fan on Friday night for his draft. I'm excited to begin the draft.
They might see it tomorrow night on Green Bean Show. Never know. Now I got to bring some tough trivia. Yeah, they're undefeated so far.
Tomorrow's Thursday.
I'm getting a little bit annoyed by this. I gotta get mean with my trivia. Yeah.
Okay, guys, the link is in the chat. Nick's going to be starting it up right now while
I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
While I sign us off with a little bit of...
Adam, give me 2 minutes. I'll email you the invite. Jeremy, thank you. I'll see you soon. I'll see you Friday night.
All right, take care, guys.
Oh, yeah. Go. Amazing. That's my boy. That's my boy.
He breaks away from a sack and completes the pass for first down.
Kittle just may have made the most amazing catch.
He fights for the first down and gets out of bounds, too.
It's no good. Overtime. Oh, what a catch. How do you drop that? What are you, Jamal Adams? Touchdown.
This is a touchdown all the way.
He reached over the pylon. San Francisco beat Cincinnati.